In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing for
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Pogs and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and we call it Best Gen because all of us on the show are Masomenos from the same generation. Is it the best one? That's right. But not because we're better than you. But our movies and entertainment certainly were. So strap on in and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore, while simultaneously complaining about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps pumping out of its sludge pipes on a daily basis. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, not so good, bro. I put off watching these episodes for as long as possible, and I'm literally just now. I got to the credits in the Wheel of Time. Yeah, I did not want to watch it.
Yeah, it's
No.
it was a this was a this was a rough week.
Yeah.
And I didn't even watch the Daredevil episode. But I do know that Daredevil jumps in front of a bullet that was meant for Wilson Fisk. And
Okay.
Wilson Fisk's wife is the one trying to kill him. So
Checks out.
I
Whatever.
don't care. Don't care about the show. I saw the clip and haven't done it. Watched the Wheel of Time today. I started it about 4 times and just couldn't.
Yeah.
It was rough. I was falling asleep every time. I finally finished it. Watched Doctor Who also today. Wow. It's a bad week for television.
Yeah.
But it's a great week for the Wheel of Time, David. Because for the first time since season 1, episode 1, this is the title of the stream, the Wheel of Time is the number 1 show streaming worldwide. No, sorry. Streaming on Amazon Prime specifically.
Except it's still not number 1 though.
Is it?
I checked earlier today. It's still, there's some other show.
Wait.
It's not number 1. It's number 2.
Hold on.
House of David's over. Reacher's
on.
over.
Hold
They're
on.
still on the top 10, but
Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. TV show. Oh, it says number 1 for me.
oh, it
says
did not
number
for
1.
me. It still had Bondsman ahead when I watched the show.
Today?
An hour ago. Today, yeah, just now.
TV shows. Okay. Well, that's hilarious.
Probably
Because
very
that
close.
means it was only number 1 for a single day.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And only because House of David and Reacher ended.
Well.
Right. And
First off,
Invincible, too.
first off, they were saying, yeah, as soon as Invincible's over, we'll be number one. Trust us. Oh, as soon as Reacher's over, we'll be number one. Trust us. Oh, and then Reacher was over for 2 whole weeks, and they still weren't number one. Reacher was still beating them. And then, as soon as House of David is over, and then House of David ended, and they dropped The Bondsman, and it was beating Wheel of Time again. Well, so according to David's screen, David's and my screens are a little bit off, but
I'll check it again.
Yesterday, the Wheel of Time was in the number one slot in the U.S., not even worldwide.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's saying, G20 show is number one on my
That's
screen.
movies. You have to go to TV. That's a movie.
Oh, gotcha.
G20 is the number one film.
It's the movie. Okay, TV shows. There you go. Okay. There you go. Congratulations. It took you to your penultimate episode when everything else that was better to watch has already ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Now that Invincible and Reacher and House of David and The Bondsman are finally over, the Wheel of Time is number one for a single day. Yay. What was losing to Reacher 2 weeks after the show ended, we are definitely getting that season 4 announcement any day. I got a lot of angry I got blocked. I got blocked by Uno, finally, because of this one. But then he wanted to respond, so he unblocked me and responded, and then blocked me again. But he was too slow, and I got in another zinger.
Yeah.
Oh, look! I didn't even see this one yet. What does that have to do with being obnoxious? I haven't been obnoxious. I don't even engage.
Obnoxiously obtuse. Yeah, the guy has been reading Harry Potter. He wants to sound smart.
Obtuse? How? What did I say that wasn't true?
Yeah.
Obtuse would imply that I'm so stupid that I think what I'm saying is true. But it's not. But what I'm saying is true. So how does that make me obtuse? Yeah. Anyway, more news. Tomb Raider's canceled. After they paid Phoebe Waller-Bridge $100 million.
Oh my gosh.
And she produced nothing. It is canceled.
Well, on a good note, positive note, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's projects don't come to light anymore, which that's good. I would rather it not come to light at all than to get the absolute dribble that anything that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is associated with.
Dream job? Get paid $100 million, do nothing?
Yeah.
I wish I was Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
She literally did nothing and just put people that was gay and more female, like.
Hey, our Indiana Jones movie isn't quite hitting as hard as we want it to. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, can you do anything to spice up the script? Yes, I know just the thing this movie needs. Me. Best part of the whole film. Fantastic.
Undoubtedly.
So this one's interesting. They asked Cillian Murphy if he was going to be... David, I think one of your kids is dying.
Yeah, they're just finishing up their dinner upstairs.
I didn't know that's what dinner sounded like.
You've never dined with a toddler that thinks he's a T-Rex?
No. Because when my kids come to me and say, "Daddy, I think I'm a girl or a T-Rex," I say no. You're a boy. So rumor is Cillian Murphy's going to be playing Voldemort, and when they asked him, he said he couldn't comment, which is kind of a way of saying I'm not legally allowed to respond to this question because you can easily say no, you know? Yeah, my kids are too busy flushing toilet paper rolls down the toilet.
A pretty good joke.
Not this week. This week it was an entire roll of paper towels.
See, dude, check. I have a pretty good joke. I just think.
Yeah.
So that's what the T in LGBT stands for. T-Rex.
There you go. Boom.
Yep.
Another zinger in your second language. That's 2 weeks in a row, Max. I think you need a raise. That's why we keep him around.
I think he needs a green card.
We keep him around for his puns.
If Donald Trump ever hears my singers, maybe, bro.
Yeah, my kids are crazy. They're crazy too. But I could definitely see Cillian Murphy as Voldemort. I think he would. I think he'd be great in that role. Either that, or I think they should bring back. What's his face? My brain just stopped working.
Ralph Fiennes?
No.
Someone from the original series?
Yeah.
Quirrell?
I think Gary Oldman. He played Sirius Black. I think he would be a great Voldemort as well.
Yeah.
I mean, of course you could bring back Ralph Fiennes and he would do a great job because he did. But
yeah.
I pay Mexa a little bit. Anyway.
But yeah, I think Cillian Murphy would be he'd be good for the role. I think he's a genuinely creepy guy.
They need somebody new,
Good
like a
at playing
no-name
villains.
actor. No names. Yeah, I assume most of the cast is going to be no names. But some of the older people could be named. Cans of refried beans don't count as a paycheck. Ooh, Mark, with that racist comment, but pretty accurate. So, I'm pretty sure I ate beans at least every other day when I was in Mexico. So,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I could use some cans of refried beans right now. I could use some freaking cans, bro.
yeah.
I mean, I can buy them, but I'm lazy to go and buy some. I mean, they also cause me heartburn, and they're not that good, for you.
It's okay. It's okay. He can make jokes. He has Mexican cousins. There you go. There you go. Yeah. It really all depends on if they cast a black Snape. That's gonna be the. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna bother with the show. Or
I thought it was gonna be a black Voldemort for a second, man.
now the rumors are that Snape's gonna be black, which is funny because Harry's dad hangs him from a tree.
Yep. Can see the white supremacy angle going on there.
Frijolas, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm very, very skeptical of this adaptation. If they do it right, it could literally be the the best TV show of all time.
Yeah,
like most popular. It would be more popular than Game of Thrones if they did it right. Which, if you're not going to do it, like if you're going to redo the movies, the whole point would be, hey, it's a TV show now. We have more time. We can do it right this time. So I don't know why you would redo it if you weren't going to do it right. The other thing I think they need to do is you could possibly make the earlier books slightly more tonally dark. Because the series really progresses from, hey, this is a fun kid show, into, oh wait, this is kind of dark. Like by the end of the series, it's pretty bleak, and maybe if they evened it out just a little bit.
Yeah, well, everyone's always chasing that new Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
Every show comes out, like, oh, it's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, I think the
Try to
reason
do your own
because
thing,
she
dude.
started with the first one as a children's book, and then she started doing, I mean, as a mystery
Yeah.
children's book or something like that, and then she started making them like, you know, with more
Yeah.
adult content when they were growing older.
Yeah, they definitely got more and more adult oriented. My wife had to stop reading them to our 9-year-old because
Yeah,
they got like halfway through and she forgot, like, oh, I forgot how dark these books get. So we'll wait a bit.
yeah,
Do
good idea.
you have to start with the
Yeah.
first book? If you haven't
No,
read,
Yeah. Mark.
nah, not really.
no, you don't have to. Actually, this is the first one. You don't have to because the first movie is basically a word for word from the first book, but just shorter.
Yeah. People forget that Rowling is still a raging liberal and she doesn't want men in women's spaces, so allowing for a race swap is not beyond her. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I have not forgotten. She's
Well,
she's
that
still a
was
little bit crazy, but
that was her original thing. Is after the books and the first several movies came out, she's like, oh yeah, by the way, Hermione was supposed to be black, but I just didn't say anything.
Speaking of J.K. Rowling, though, she did have a zinger today. Someone accused her of being a bigot. After writing such a beautiful series about acceptance and love, you've become Voldemort in real life. Time for a reread of your own books. This response is so great. I'm not the one who needs to reread her own books, Muppet. A totalitarian movement infiltrates the establishment and persecutes all who oppose it, threatens rape, violence, strips rights from the vulnerable, and you decide that those are the good guys and applaud like a seal.
Yeah, let me tell you something
I
about
think she's
JK.
I
Like,
think she's becoming slightly more based with all of these attacks on her.
the
Just
thing
saying.
is that
Yeah.
people need to
It's
stop
hard not to.
obsessing about the Voldemort thing, about the race, because she's going to turn. Because if people start attacking her on the right, saying that, oh, you put Voldemort, although we know that, race
Yeah.
swap is a bad thing. But it's whatever, it's her show. Who cares?
Yeah.
Maybe he was cheaper than a white actor. I don't know.
He only has to pay 3/5 the salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say that
I think she's. I mean, she's still. I think she's still wacko. I don't think it's possible to have these kind of experiences with people being psycho online like this and not become more conservative.
Yeah.
yeah, no, but she's like old school liberal. Like she is
Yeah.
the type of people that wouldn't mind about race swaps, but she's the kind of
Yeah.
people that she really minds when a totalitarian movement infiltrates the establishment and persecutes people that opposes it. And she means about the
Yeah.
alphabet people and
Yeah.
the gender
Yeah.
identity.
She's
Yeah,
crazy for sure.
Yeah.
But people can change as well.
yeah.
People can learn.
Yep.
She gets older, so
I hope Daniel Green learned a little bit. I don't know if
Yeah.
he did. I hope she learns. But anyway, more news.
Oh, what a shame.
Mythic Quest is canceled after 4 seasons, which I haven't finished season 2. I've been watching it slowly.
Yeah, which surprised me. I thought you had watched all of it.
I
I
never
watched
watched
there, and I think there's 4 seasons.
It's pretty great. I have heard it drops off after season 2.
Season
doesn't-
3
it's
is
not as
not
good.
nearly as good as the first 2 seasons were, but it's still good.
What
It's
is
still
it
enjoyable.
about comedy or
So
Yeah.
this poster looks horrible.
Yeah.
Like all of the advertising, marketing for this show make it look like the worst show on earth. And then I watched it and I was laughing my head off. Like it's made by people who actually like care about video games too.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So it's a TV show about a video game company and their their exploits and trying to come up with expansions and new content, and
It's a workplace comedy,
yeah.
but I've really liked it. The Nazi joke is too good. They
Yep.
do a joke. They do a whole episode on like, oh no, Nazis have taken over our game, and it's literally it's the funniest episode of all. It's so good. It's so
Gonna
funny.
check it out then.
And the show does a pretty good job of making fun of both sides too. You know, it never really lectures you, and it's just the characters are all really like from episode 1. The characters are really well defined. I think this show does a better job than any other sitcom at establishing the characters from the first season.
Yeah.
Like
And
it'll usually take
characters.
one season for a sitcom like this to get comfortable and for them to understand, okay, this is the purpose of this character, right? Chris Pratt in season 1 of Parks and Rec isn't very good. And then he becomes like the best character in the show.
Yeah.
Same with the main character. What's her name? I can't remember.
Leslie Knope.
Leslie Knope.
Leslie.
She's awful in season 1.
Yeah.
This show from the get-go, like you know who everyone is, and they're all really well defined.
Yeah.
And
It's pretty fantastic.
but what's interesting,
Even-
because season 4 aired a few months ago, and now it's canceled. They're going to be re-releasing the final episode to give it an ending.
That's good.
I mean, they undid the final episode and redoing it.
I
Is that
what you
don't
meant?
know how much. It might be the whole episode. It might be like half of it.
Interesting.
Maybe they all die.
I don't think they're redoing. I think they're adding an ending to the final episode.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Even some of the characters that, like the one in the bottom right there, she's a lesbian, right? And I thought her character
she's a
was
great
gonna be
character.
insufferable, and she's fantastic.
she's a great
She's
character.
really good. There's one conversation that she
This is the
has
best.
with the she's
This is the
absolutely
best character in the show.
hands down. Yeah, she's amazing.
She's a psychopath, and it's hilarious.
Ovid's character is pretty good too. But yeah, there's a heart to heart between that chick, Esther chick, and the guy
boss.
up at the top. Of the high
Is
end.
that the Lamborghini episode?
Yes, it's so good.
So funny.
Like she is like
So funny.
ripping him a new one, and
She's going full like
complaining about
leftist
patriarchy and all
liberal.
this stuff.
Yeah.
And he just like shuts her down and like, well, what have you done with your life, basically?
No,
Like, you have all these
her whole
aspirations and you don't
speech
do
is
anything with it.
yeah. Her whole speech is like, "Hey, women are never given opportunities. We're never, And he's like, "I'm the boss of the company. We are alone in a car together. What's your big idea?
Yeah. Here's your opportunity.
You said you're never given an opportunity. Come on, I will. If your idea is good, I'll pay for it. Tell me what your idea is." And he's like, you haven't been repressed. You just don't have anything to say.
Exactly.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. But
It's worth watching. Absolutely. The first 2 seasons have been hilarious.
yeah, they equally make fun of Christians and
Yeah.
the right and everything too. So it's all good fun.
But yeah, so it makes me sad. I mean, I haven't
Interesting.
finished it yet, but it was a great show. So,
I've watched a couple of episodes. It seems pretty good so far.
The
Yeah.
Last of Us seems pretty good.
No, the other show.
Mythic-
The,
I'm just
Mythic
joking.
Quest.
I switched
Game show.
screens. I switched screens while you were talking.
Gotcha.
So The Last of Us,
Uh,
The Last of Us has been renewed for season 3. This is coming right after the big announcement, like 2 or maybe a month ago, where they said we are definitely not getting a third game.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the second game wasn't popular enough to justify a third game because the writer wants to do it, and he came out and said, "No one's asking me to make a third game.
Everyone hated
No
the
one
second
wants a third game." So game 2 sucked so much it doesn't get a third game, but the TV show is going to get 3 seasons. Kind of feels like they're going to change the plot.
Yeah.
To the second game
For sure.
At least for the second season, yeah, I could see them. For those that don't know, spoilers. The main character in the show is this guy that's protecting this girl here.
dies in the beginning of the second
He dies in the beginning cutscene or something of the second video game.
Beginning section.
Yeah.
You
And
play
everybody
as him
hated
for a
it.
little bit.
And I cannot stand how everybody hated that game, reviled it when it came out. And all of a sudden, people are trying to rewrite history and claim that Last of Us Part 2 was the best thing since sliced bread. And it's really pissing
I've
me
seen
off.
that.
Did
I've
he
seen so
fuck up
many articles about it.
man on the game too?
What?
Didn't he have sex with a man in the game too before dying or something like that?
No.
I don't
there
think
is-
he does. No.
there
He
is a
gets
gay
murdered
sex
by-
scene. The
by her
little
eventual
girl who
lesbian lover.
murders him has a sex scene. Yeah.
Ah,
No,
Yeah,
wait.
it's sick.
No, the main character has the sex scene. I don't think it's the little girl.
There's also a sex scene with it's not a little girl who murders him.
There's
It's
2 of
Abby.
them? Yeah,
Abby,
yeah.
He gets murdered by Abby. She has a sex scene in the
Yeah.
movie. Also, the girl does too. There's a bunch of gay relationships. Yeah.
I didn't know there were 2 of them.
This is
Yeah,
just
there's
the
one where
least
you have
the
to,
least
like,
intimidating picture I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, Abby becomes So what the game does? It starts you playing off as Joel.
Yeah.
And then, surprise, surprise, he gets killed off by a brand new character called Abby, and it makes you hate. Oh, you hate this character. Abby's so terrible. And then for the rest of the game, it goes into a flashback, and you play as Abby, and it's supposed to make you feel sympathetic for her. Oh, she's just misunderstood. I shouldn't hate this character that killed the best part of the first game. So much nuance.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that Joel is dying this season. I think they're going to start off with the
Maybe at the
flashbacks,
end.
maybe kill him at the finale, or maybe
Yeah.
set up the confrontation and kill him in the first episode of season 3. But there's no way if he dies this season, people are going to watch the next one. And I don't even like the actor.
Yeah.
So, interesting. Warner Brothers continues to just make awful decisions. So we'll see how good that Harry Potter ends up being. We lost Charles.
Yep.
This picture is so funny to me, but
yeah,
I cannot believe she was cast.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
She looks like Abby.
Doctor Who's canceled,
She kind of looks like Abby.
by the way.
Heck yeah.
Doctor Who's 100% canceled.
Oh, that's so sad.
But it doesn't mean it's canceled forever. It just means that it might be renewed in the future in 10 years, like the last time it was canceled.
That's true. This show has a history of being renewed.
The number one comment on the tweet is a monologue from A Few Good Men, changed to be about Harvey Weinstein protecting... Hold on. Hold up. It might be a different tweet. Because I want to see that. Yeah, it's not here.
No, you can.
Oh, this is Culture
you can
Craze tweet.
filter-
It's not from
oh,
HBO.
yeah.
So it's a different tweet.
No, you can. Yeah.
That's hilarious, though.
Wow.
She looks like a murderous Cupid doll. Yeah, I don't care. This episode was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
finish, but the cold open was ridiculous, and it just gets more ridiculous, and I couldn't finish it.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was
hey.
bad.
Remember that time during season 1 when I told you that the white companion was gonna be replaced,
Mm.
and everyone said I was wrong.
Surprise, surprise.
Disney literally came in and said, "Sorry, your cast isn't diverse enough. You have to get rid of the white chick."
Yep. What happened to the in character? What happened to the character? I didn't watch season one.
She just didn't want to have any more adventures, so she's hanging out at home with her mom.
Interesting.
It's dumb.
Yep.
It's dumb. Yeah, no, this episode was real bad. Man, so dumb. It's really a stupid concept,
We'll
Yeah.
get into it.
and there's no explanation. I don't think they ever explain how she's the queen.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. And then when it says, "Hey, everything makes sense," it still doesn't.
No, I don't.
But we'll get into it in a bit. But in some crazy news, Gina Carano just won her lawsuit against Disney.
She won.
Oh!
She didn't win the full thing. She won.
This was this came as a
injunction or whatever.
surprise.
Yeah. Basically, she forced Disney to reveal everyone else's wages that they were paid for all the films, or for their parts, and it's not going to look good for Disney. They did not want to divulge this information. So she hasn't won the full lawsuit, but she won an injunction or whatever it's called. That requires Disney to fork out some information that they didn't want to. So.
Yeah, well, they've been dragging their feet
Yep.
for a very long time. Elon Musk is bankrolling.
That's what I
Gina
heard.
Carano,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I think he just wants another baby mama. Who could blame him?
Yeah.
If I wasn't a married man, and I had the money, I'd pay for Gina Carano's lawsuit. If it meant we got to spend time together, okay? Yeah, she got full discovery, William. Yeah, which means internal emails?
Yep. She gets all the numbers, all the data, everything.
Yeah, it's
So
going to be bad.
It's going to be intriguing to see what information comes to light from this.
She lives in Montana. You would know, you creep. Oh, what? Oh, no goal tonight. Oh, yeah, I need a goal. I was going to do a goal. What should the goal be? Doctor Who getting the viewership numbers of 2 p.m. regular. Yeah. The numbers they have the overnight numbers for this episode, and it is the lowest debut of all time. 2 million, I believe it was.
Lowest of Doctor Who?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's a season premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good.
She's safe. She's not Sydney Sweeney. Gina Carano's nice. She's a pretty lass. Let's see. All right, let's see. We need a chat goal.
All right.
It's Charles gets a better microphone.
There you go.
There we go. Start the goal.
Sure. Yeah, I have a bad microphone.
Yeah, was there anything else interesting in this? I mean, it's all stuff we know.
Yeah, no, that was it. So it's not a full win, but we'll see.
Discovery motion granted.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's huge news. That'll be fun.
Yep.
I think the rest of these are Wheel of Time related. We can skip that one. That one gets. This one's really funny. This one's
Is it Lan?
No, it's not, David. This is a guy who thinks he's Lan. Goes by Malkir's King on X, and
Yeah,
I need
that's
to.
definitely not Lan.
I need to swap screens because you need to hear this. So this is they are freaking out. They are panicking because the show's probably canceled, and
Yep.
this is the best effort to save the show. This is like a joint campaign to get Renew Watt trending, so that they renew Watt, and this is their best. It's
Okay, let's see it.
Can you hear? There's nothing. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds going through.
Yes, we can hear.
I don't want to like dogpile on the guy. Okay. But this video is really weird, and it needs to be addressed.
The wheel of time.
I mean, to give him credit, he actually does kind of quasi sword stances, which they never do in the show.
He does. He's better with the sword than they are in the show. That's for sure. I don't know why he's not. I don't know why he's not wearing a shirt. Look and look. I am pasty white underneath. Okay. If you're gonna go shirtless, you at least need a spray tan. Okay.
Hey, he's got the chest hair though. That chest hair makes up for.
I've got more chest hair.
All right.
I got a little piece right here. Okay.
Oh boy. Steven Crowder.
With the 199, Steven Crowder, that's great. Aldan, all hail the Lord Dragon. Put on a shirt, probably Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Who is that? This is Malkir's King on Twitter. He's gonna say it, and it's really weird. Yeah, the show went a little bit San Francisco. It's weird.
In turns. But sometimes the pattern needs a little nudge.
Hold on, we gotta go back.
The wheel of time.
Here we go.
The wheel of time turns.
That it does.
Sometimes the pattern needs a little nudge. I'm Malkir's King on Twitter. I have walked with this fandom for many years. I have seen the love we pour into this show. And I have seen the strength we carry when we stand together.
You didn't need to do this all in one take. It's so slow. Like the production value bothers me, and the delivery is very strange.
Yeah.
It's basically just please, we need to make our voices heard. Rise in harmony, not anger, but in strength. We deserve more. So they wanted you to take a survey so they could give data to I don't know who they're giving the data to. I think they think that Jeff Bezos is going to look at their PowerPoint presentation and when he's considering renewing Watt for season 4. He's just saying, "Hey, fill out this thing, and then we're going to get the hashtag."
Dragon ride again on the winds of time.
The survey is interesting.
I was going to ask you, did you look at this survey?
I did. So it's how did you discover the Wheel of Time? Right, a book fan. Where do you watch it? Is it streaming on any other services?
Not that I know of, unless it's
So.
a streaming
Pirate
service with
services.
pirate flags. Yeah.
On the Amazon.
It's a weird question to ask. They're trying to. The purpose is, hey, these are all the people you're going to lose the subscribers you're going to lose if you cancel the show. Okay, how many times have you rewatched the season? How many times have you rewatched season 2? How many times have you rewatched season 3 that's not even over yet? And are you subscribed to Amazon Prime? Oh, did you subscribe just for the show? And will you cancel it if it's not renewed? And then would you recommend it to family or friends? Would you buy merch if it were available? What types of merch? This is a sale. This is like a pitch deck for Amazon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel it's been marketed well? They got a lot of marketing for the show, but whatever. It's funny because if I still had Amazon Prime, I would unsubscribe if they did renew it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they went on to release the data to, like, you can go yada 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 yada. It might take a while.
Okay,
to find
guys,
it.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, see you, man.
Have
See you next time.
a good week.
Thanks for
Maybe
dropping
I'll
in.
get back a little later, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have take a nap. See you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
I might try and find this on another tab, but it's just crazy desperate, you know?
Yeah.
And I got to share another screen. It's not his only one. He did another one where he left demands. It's really funny.
Can't hear it.
I'm not hearing anything.
Screen. Share audio. This one's even more funny. This one's the weird one. I mean, they're both weird.
Riveting content.
Wait, why is it showing the wrong screen? Sorry. I was playing the video the whole time.
No, we can't hear anything.
we didn't
Can't
see or hear anything that time.
I was playing the video on one screen and then looking for his other post on the other screen, and you guys just saw me looking.
Uh-huh.
You didn't say,
I
hey,
didn't say anything.
hey,
I thought
this
you were
show
still-
I thought you were
Pulling it
still
up.
trying to set it up.
Can you hear?
Yes.
There
For
we go.
3 seasons, we have been loyal fans and watched as the pattern unfolds. We have celebrated the show, supported each other, and spread the flame of fandom across every corner of the world. Now the time has come. Tomorrow, we launch a global campaign. The goal is simple: to thank Amazon and Sony for this amazing show, and to ask clearly and passionately, please give us more. We have built something beautiful together. Now let's channel the light of our fandom. I ask 3 things.
These are my demands. Okay. It's so bizarre. It feels like a hostage video, right?
Yeah, it does.
It definitely feels like one, for sure.
Yeah, William, I'm
Get
trying
that
to
vibe.
find the survey results. I thought I had them pulled up.
Oh, he shows you the results of his own.
On Twitter eventually, yeah, he does. And
Oh, boy.
it's not good.
Oh boy.
So I wanted to talk
Yes,
about
and
it.
he did say fire, spreading the flames of his fandoms or something. Yeah.
Spreading the legs of our fandom,
Flaming
our
fandom.
flaming fandom.
Spreading the legs.
Oh yeah, great plug there. Way of the Heron, they're awesome. Yeah, I did hear about those. I haven't watched them yet, but cool stuff. Maybe they will get 1,000 signatures. You don't hear anything. Yeah, I fixed it. I'm sorry. Maybe go back to. I don't want to make fun of him, but it's weird. It's bizarre. 199 for Mark Clark. Did he say flaming fandoms? Yeah, okay. You already made the joke. Failed theater kid. Oh dear. Okay, David's kids are in trouble. Failed theater kids. What was I talking about? Yeah. It's a bizarre video, and I watched the whole thing. He's trying to be serious. He cries. It's really, really weird. Aldan. Ooh. Raising Mark Clark 1 cent. Those are Aussie dollars, though. Are those... someone quick Google which one's worth more. And we'll really get in a fight. Thank you so much, Aldan. Grounded. I don't think he's a bad guy. He seems like he's very honest. It's just a bizarre video.
Yeah, see that $2 Australian is only $1.14.
Oh, them's fighting words, Aldan. Okay. I'm gonna play the rest of this and try and find those results.
First, if you haven't already done so, please take 2 minutes and fill out the fan survey. It helps us better understand where we are and how far we can go. Second, join us tomorrow, Friday, April 11th, 1 p.m. Pacific, for the first of our weekly hashtag storms. Tag Amazon, tag Sony. Let's get Renew Watt trending. And third, next week, we will launch an email campaign to Amazon and Sony executives. Let them hear from each and every one of you just how much joy this show has brought to book readers and new watchers alike. And lastly, lift each other up. Share each other's fan art. Celebrate each other's videos. Spread the love. This is about us all. I'm Malkir's King, and I'll see you tomorrow.
His delivery is so slow and lifeless.
Yeah.
It's very forced serious.
He's trying to come across as stoic and heavy.
Yeah.
But
you
can tell it's forced.
Just awkward and ridiculous.
Yeah.
He'd be an amazing Hannibal Lecter.
He would be an amazing Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, he's got. There's something like when he's talking. There's something like vacant there. All right,
Yeah.
Mark Clark is doubling Aldan now with
Throwing down the
$4.99.
gauntlet.
Wow. Okay, this is gonna get intense.
Dang, I think I'm gonna get a new microphone.
I know the telling in the background isn't part of his video, but it makes it way fun. The yelling, got it. It did make okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem is I'm trying to scroll through to find the results of his
Did he scrub them already?
No. So what happened is to find the results of the survey, but all week he's been reposting a bunch of things. Like his things, I'm going to repost anyone who uses the hashtag. So now I can't. It's been like so long. I can't find.
It's buried.
It's buried, so I can't find the results. But I remember when I was looking at it, it was like 70% of them are book readers who are watching the show, and is it how and the percentage of people who had rewatched the show 5 times was like 190%, which isn't something you want to tell Amazon.
Yeah. Hey, this one person
That-
has rewatched the show.
that tells
cuts
them-
your numbers in fits.
Only a fifth of these numbers are real.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can tell anyway, right? I'm sure it's
Yeah.
it's not beyond
They're tracking the
their
subscribers.
tracking data, right? It's not beyond their capability to be able to know which ones are repeat views.
Yeah.
It's still a weird thing to brag about. Charles keeps popping in and out.
Yeah, I agree. But they track
Yeah,
a lot more
sorry.
than that too. I heard that they even track if you're watching a show and you stop watching an episode, they track like what part of it you jump out
Yeah.
and quit watching the show. They track lots and lots of data like that.
Okay, I found it. Whew, this took a long time. So it's
Oh boy.
70% of
So-
book readers,
Book fan
10%.
arguments for the series, yeah.
word of mouth. That's really bad.
Yeah, that's
That is
Especially
not
on the
how you
third
want
season.
word of mouth to be
on
performing
the third
your
season
show.
it should be a lot bigger. Yeah.
I don't know if he said, yeah, they got 1,000 responses. Oh, did I miss one? There we go. William Richard raising Mark Clark by 1 cent. Oh dear, this is getting out of hand. Please stop. Stop it. Don't fight over little me.
So
Yeah,
does he share the other?
exactly. They're gonna out themselves and how few people are watching the show.
Yeah.
This isn't a good thing. I'm trying to help you, the way he says Malkir's king, just like it.
Yeah.
It makes me. I don't know. It's weird. I'm Malkir's king. There's no pause. I'm Malkir's king. It's weird. So that's not good. Everyone watches it on Prime Video because that's the option, or piracy.
Yeah.
And how many times have you rewatched the season? I only watched it once. That is not good. You don't want to tell them these numbers.
Yeah. That's pathetic.
Season 2 is the same way. Season 3, okay, less people rewatched season 3. But
Sorry.
David's kids are on something special tonight. Did you subscribe just to watch it? I don't really know if this helps anything, but a lot of people own, I guess 40% subscribed exclusively for the show. And here is the money shot. Would you cancel your subscription if it was not renewed? And 70% said yes. Out of 1,000 responses. I don't think they're very worried. I don't think they're worried.
Yeah.
If it was 70% out of a greater number, yeah, that's something worrying, but it's only 1,000, so that's nothing to be worried about.
If only book readers were going to watch this, we couldn't have made it more faithful. Yeah, you think? You think we could have made it a little bit more faithful if it was made for book readers? Yeah. Is that the voice you use with your wife on date night? Which one? Mine? I'm Malkir's king. I often tell my wife, I'm Malkir's king. The fact that he's improperly handling the katana tells me he knows nothing about weapons, buys into the hype of katanas. Yeah, katanas are overrated. I think they look really cool, but the whole myth that Japanese steel was stronger than any steel imaginable, couldn't be further from the truth. They didn't have a lot of steel. They had to get it from melting down sand, and it was very impure. And so that folding the steel doesn't make it stronger. It removes the impurities because this is the only way they could get steel, and they're kind of brittle. They break a lot. Just saying. Katanas aren't that good.
Yeah.
Charles
You look
Microphone
good,
Fund
though.
is dire. USA. The lying. Yeah, I don't think they're canceled. Like, I don't believe that this many people signed up for Amazon Prime just to watch the show. And it's not even that many people. 40%. So 400 people signed up. And 700 people are going to unsubscribe. Free shipping is just too good, baby.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Amazon doesn't really care about their Prime Video. Like, it's just a bonus to, like, help retention. People pay for Amazon Prime for the free shipping because they use Amazon all the time. And the TV is a bonus.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah.
See you.
Howdy, Gadfly.
Yeah.
How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. No, stop. Don't fight over me. Oh, that voice. Okay. That is the voice I was doing. The Japanese used to fold their steel 16 times. What did the British do? Use steel that didn't suck. Yeah. The only reason Watt used katanas is because it's the only sword that couldn't be copyrighted and marketed. It's the only sword that can't be copyrighted and marketed. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I never envisioned a katana when I heard the heron marked blade. I don't know if I just didn't read into it enough, or maybe, but that's not what I saw in my head. So, yeah, bizarre, very, very bizarre. So here, these are my demands, Amazon. We're going to keep watching this show, and you're going to keep making it. Do it now.
How many thousands can we reach? Apparently one.
If they wanted to support the show, they would have bought all the merchandise. I think that's kind of what they're complaining about, though. There isn't a lot of Watt merchandise, other than the audiobooks, which only sold 6K. 90K of revenue if people use their free credits. Yeah, if that's not good. But these are book readers, so they already had the books, right? I think I do somewhat understand the whole, like, why would you not have merch for this? Especially if it's on Amazon. You could sell your merch on the platform you already have. That is a legitimate complaint. I wouldn't touch any merch that came out of this show because I hate it. But that's a reasonable request. Falchions and longswords. Yeah. I've seen. Yes, Mark, and I know what you're talking about. It's the poster. It's the poster that I hate. I hate it.
For those
lazy
don't have the
Photoshop
books,
filter.
You can get all of the books on ebook format in Humble Bundle right now. But yeah, it pissed me off because they changed the first 5 or 6 books in the series to have screenshots from the show. It's disappointing.
Even if they were bought at full price, it's still only 300,000. It might not have covered a single episode. Yeah, Bandersnatch Group owns the rights to the merch. Amazon isn't going to make crap to put money in Harriet's pocket.
Yeah,
I'm sure that they could work out like a percentage deal. You know. They didn't want them to change the official merchandise. Yeah, that makes sense. Good on them. Bad on them for selling to Amazon and to Rafe Judkins, but I mean, can you, like, at that point, like, Brandon Sanderson was involved in the project. They got duped, man. They got hard duped. So, This is just showing that a lot of them. Season 3 has caused a rift in the between the show fans. Now they're starting to attack each other. The tiniest bit of criticism will creep out, and they'll be just as hostile as they were against book readers. But we're slowly getting more and more people over. There were no wolves in the episode, which we called. We called it on the prediction stream.
Yep, I heard that.
They teased wolves. He looks at the wolf banner and says, "Oh, I know what I could do. Call my wolf friends to save the day." And then he doesn't do it.
Yep.
Days Conger channeled more than Nynaeve this season. Justice for Brother. Justice for Brother book. I don't know what that means. You can tell. You can tell who's going to die by how dark their skin is. It's never enough. Enough is never enough.
Yeah.
Harriet hates Iwat. She won't help them with anything. Cool. I hate him too. So, yada 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 yada. At 12 million per episode, $300,000 pays for roughly 97 seconds.
Wow,
it is insane
gross
to me that this episode, the big battle episode, cost $12 million. Because it does not show.
Yeah.
Now explain to me why the other episodes cost $12 million, and I don't believe you. This episode was garbage. Garbage. Oh, but this is fun. Here's a fun little... This is in honor of the Doctor Who episode, which we had to watch, where the bad guy was artificial intelligence. It's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
What?
This is called "You Are What You Eat."
Uh-huh.
I love it so much. I could watch this all day long.
That one.
Oh no.
It's like Pizza
That's
Hut.
cool. Yeah,
it's
Pizza Hut.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's
you
nice.
can't look away though, right?
That one's good. Oh,
Like-
That's good. That's a good one. Yeah. Dang, this is
Oh.
AI. That's impressive. Wow.
oh, gross.
The future is now, everybody.
Yeah. Holy
This
cow.
is
That's just now,
so
man.
cool.
Wow.
That's so disturbing. But I can't stop watching at the same time.
It's
Oh my gosh.
it sends shivers down my entire spine,
Yeah.
and like I
can't look
can't
away.
stop. It's so intriguing.
I want to keep watching.
This
What's
is
the rest of the video?
this is my absolute favorite one. The noodles.
The noodles.
It's so good.
Yeah.
He slurps them
Dang,
up
that's-
too.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh gosh, the regurgitation is the worst. Man,
I love
that's a
it.
good screen pull, man.
I love it
Oh.
so much.
Oh,
This one just looks
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
gosh.
This
man
one's
wearing a
nasty.
suit or something.
This
That's
one's
just
nasty.
Dude covered in fish fillets.
That
Oh,
one feels
gosh.
so real, and that's what makes it nasty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad you guys saw that too. So that was I saw that Monday, and I've been thinking about it all week.
wow.
Well, thank you for sharing. Wow.
Mark. Hold on, it's pulling up. Please never show the food things again. See, that was part 2, so I haven't even seen part 1. So I could show more.
Oh boy.
Thank you so much for the $9.99.
That's gonna
It
be
looks
a-
like we're definitely going to be sending Charles a new microphone, or perhaps an old microphone that I don't need anymore.
That's still better than the one I have. I don't even use this one because it's not that good. Is my micro? Is it my audio bad right now?
It's not
I
great.
mean, we can hear you, but the quality is not great. Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
Oh no!
it sounds like you're
Just went down.
recording in a bathroom or something.
Oh boy. It blows my mind that nobody at Amazon ever said to the social media person, "Can you stop tweeting like an old queen? You're literally repulsing the male audience." Yeah, their official tweets are disgusting.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Charles hasn't watched The Wheel of Time, so you want to complain about Doctor Who first?
Yep. I haven't seen this, but I finished the book, the first one.
Oh, you finished first
Nice.
book.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It was good. Oh, it was great. I love. It's great. It's great. I even listened to the little bit of the author. I forget the author's name.
Robert Jordan.
Robert Jordan, where he
Robert
talks
Jordan.
about why he wrote the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's super
His-
cool. You
His
know,
inspirations for doing it, and pulling from different cultures. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab you a cup of coffee and then run out the back door. Yeah. That's what he says.
Yeah.
He
Because
did
it's
that same
showing that
interview
these
in
adventures
the
are not
end of
really-
last. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So no, yeah, I like it. Super good book. I heard it only gets better, so I'm excited.
It does.
Yeah,
Book two is one
I
of
love
my
how-
favorites.
I think my favorite part about it is that they hate the magic. Nobody wants to be. They don't want to have the magic powers because they see it as it's shunned, which is super cool. Kind of
Because
a cool
because
twist
you
on it.
go crazy and kill everyone that you love if you use it.
Yeah.
If you're a
So
man.
when he finds out that he can wield the magic, it's devastating, and the girl is she shuns away from him at first,
Yeah.
and I love it. It's good. So,
Shadow Rising.
Don't. I'm not even. No. Don't skip to the Shadow Rising. You got to have the see that book is awesome because of the context leading up to that book.
Yeah.
Mark.
Okay.
Exactly.
I did switch which microphone I'm using. Is this audio better? Just so you understand.
It is
Slightly.
better.
Okay.
Charles, did you understand the ending of the book, or did you find it confusing?
For the most part, I didn't necessarily understand the teleportation thing because he was in he teleported, and
Well,
then
they start fighting in the sky. It's a little weird.
yeah, it was really weird because at
Wait.
first he's fighting the awakened, or the guy who was imprisoned, with the old face, and then he rejuvenates, and then
There's two of them. There's there's
the guy with the leather face, but he dies to the
Balthamol
Green Man.
Green Man. Yeah.
and Agenor, I believe. Yes,
I think Agenor.
Agenor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Funniest
Agenor
part-
dies to the Green Man.
Yeah.
So-
Funniest part, Balthamel. This is a little spoiler, but it doesn't matter. It's hilarious. Okay, Balthamel dies. The Dark One can bring people back to life. He can put them back into the pattern, especially if they're his Forsaken.
Yeah.
He takes Balthamel, puts him back into the pattern, but to punish him for failing, turns him into a woman. Best part
I
of the book.
remember you talking
It's
about that. I
pretty
just
great.
didn't know who you were talking about.
Best part of the book. I call him sexy Balthamel. But
That's got to be weird.
Yep.
it turns into actually a really cool plot point in the books, and I'm not going to spoil that for you, but it's cool.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's a good
Yeah,
book.
I got it right.
100%.
I got it right. I only
Agenor
remembered which ones it was because I had to download pictures of every single character for a stream that I did on Saturday, which I am trying to plan part 2 for that stream. Aldan wants to do it. We're trying to see if Steve or Madam Manithrin wants to do it too. I don't like the potty wine. There is no potty wine in the books.
Potty wine scene.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they brew toilet wine
Oh,
in the show.
yeah, I will say the magic system was a little bit less fleshed out in the first book, and maybe a little bit in book 2 as well. And so, like the end fight scene, they're kind of like using the powers
yeah.
willy nilly in a way that doesn't happen for the rest of the series. Like they kind of start teleporting around and stuff, and fighting in the sky, and he grounds it a little bit in the next
Yeah.
for the rest of the series.
It was
Once he kind of
definitely
figures out,
very
oh,
soft
okay,
magic.
this is he dials it back a little bit and defines the rules a little better.
Yeah.
Although
I thought the
I
fighting
think-
in the sky was in Falm in book.
It's in both. It's in
2.
both. It's in both because in this one, Masima sees them fighting in the sky and turns
Oh.
into
I completely forgot about that.
goes kind of crazy. So this potty wine tastes like asparagus.
Oh,
What?
no.
What are you talking about? You mean it makes your pee smell funny?
Or the other way around.
You know what else? It's not just asparagus. It's if you've ever had, there's a cereal. It's the puffed wheat. It's like the golden.
Golden Puffs or Golden Grams or whatever
It's not golden grams. It's like the puffed wheat that's got like honey on it. That makes your pee smell just like asparagus.
That's weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird that you should know that.
I might have cancer. I don't know. It's one of the healthier cereals. So,
Yeah.
all right, Doctor Who sucks.
Yeah.
horrible.
The
Oh,
planet
I got my
of
notes.
the incels. That like I'd heard that line was coming. It didn't make any sense in context. I don't know why
No,
that
it
line's
didn't.
in the show.
I
It's a
see. I thought that was a
planet
line you
of
came up
incels.
with.
No.
I was not. I was not expecting it to be in the show, and it makes no sense because it's one incel. It's not the planet of the incels. It's a single incel.
Honey Smacks
You're-
or something like that.
I love those cracker smacks. I felt like I needed to take notes because there was so much.
Okay.
There was so much bad.
So,
So the
the
premise
whole
is
the
that
whole
she-
episode was a pretzel, right? It's the episode is a my brain is not working. It's a paradox,
Food paradox.
Mhm.
right? Because like, oh, the only reason that she came is because she sent her. The only reason she was sent is because she came, right? So which came
Yeah.
first, the chicken or the chicken's chicken? And it doesn't make sense, right? But that's fine. You can have a paradox in Doctor Who. It's always been timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. But the thing that doesn't make sense is they established, traveling to the planet created a time thing where things went different ways. And so she showed up in the future and he showed up in the past and had to wait 6 months for her to get there. And that caused this robot uprising and stuff. But then the only reason the robot uprising started is because she came and like, so weird stuff. And then they try and say, and that's why the certificate that you have has been on this planet the whole time because that got sent backwards in time, which makes no sense because it duplicated the object.
Oh, yeah. that
I
makes
thought
sense.
that they were trying to say like, oh, you're going to end up leaving it here and then coming back in the future, and that's why it's so old, or that is the version that you give to him, and that's why it's older than yours. But it didn't. It made a copy of it for no reason, without any explanation, and it was just, well, it got sent backward in time, but she's still holding on to it, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was bizarre. That was not explained. The whole reason the thing exists is because it's kind of nonsensical. I hated it. The character is insufferable. Anytime anyone speaks, I'm a feminist and you can't say that. The only time I liked it is when she was talking down to the doctor because I hate him too. And so I was like, let him eat cake. Let him eat their own. She was insufferable. She was horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't have to fight my battles for you. Okay, but you're not doing anything, so... she had horrible lines. And her boyfriend was just an absolute straw man of a character, an absolute joke. Women aren't smart at maths. It wasn't even a maths. It was just a number.
It wasn't.
He said, this is really far away. I know women are stupid, but that means it's far away. You already said that it was far away.
It was so dumb.
It was
awful. And
asinine.
The fact that, did you also notice that she left him, but not because he was insulting her as a woman and saying that women are bad at math. She left him simply because he proposed. Like, she didn't care.
Because he was always correcting her, is what she said.
Oh, okay.
It was during his proposal, he says, and you'll have to stop wearing sexy clothes and no texting other boys after midnight, which isn't like an unreasonable request. If you're going to get married, you shouldn't be texting other people after midnight. Like, it wasn't just like, you're never allowed to text anyone of the opposite sex ever again. It was just after a certain there was a cutoff time. You can cheat on me all you want, but not after midnight.
That's reasonable.
It was so bad. It was so cheesy. The acting is horrible. Chudigat was I can't stand him. None of it made any sense. It was just silly. And the stupidest part, man, the effects looked just as bad as the Wheel of Time. When the people get shot and they disintegrate, it shows like a outline of the person. Oh no, I've been zapped and I'm getting... They don't even have the outline in the same position that the person was in when they get shot. So like they're walking, beep, 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 and then they get shot and they go, it's like a cartoon. And like, I don't know why they did it.
In the beginning when the robot disintegrates the cat, it doesn't even show the cat being electrocuted.
I was confused like that. Like, there was no setup for... Okay, I didn't know they had a cat. I had no idea she had a cat until...
She doesn't. It just cuts away to a cat getting disintegrated. It's so weird.
But to that point, I think the doctor had no... He didn't care about anybody in the show. And the doctor's always been, he cares about the people, doesn't want anybody to die. He had no... He didn't even blink twice when any of them died, except for this one chick who we have no connection to, but he does, and it felt like the show was trying to get us to cry at this person who we have no idea who she is, but the doctor had a connection to. And then when the main villain dies, the doctor just makes a joke. Oh, the cleanup robot's killing him. And like that's not the doctor.
And they went out of their way too to say that like it's not his fault. He's not the one doing these horrible things. He's in pain and he wants...
They made him a sympathetic villain.
And then laughed when he died.
Yes.
He got turned into a sperm and an egg. Ha 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 ha. Now he's getting swept up. Watch. When they die, so funny. Hold on. Right here. Right here. This lady gets zoink. That's not the... I'll find a better one. There's a better one. She was kind of in motion in that one.
Yeah. That one wasn't bad. And I didn't notice this, so I don't think that's a huge...
It's the one who's going down the rope. Okay, here we go. Hold on. I'll bring it back up in a second. I don't want to get copy-runked.
Man, my internet is really bad.
Okay. He's coming down the rope. Watch this. Bing! He like jumps up. It's like, it's so weird. So weird.
Yeah.
This episode was insufferable.
Yeah.
There was no explanation for the robots can't hear every ninth word. Oh, that was horrible. When that revealed, like, he says it. The robots can't hear every ninth word. and you got what the secret message was, and then they're like, just in
Yeah.
case the audience is stupid, we're going to play it back so you heard what the secret message was. You're like,
I had the same thought.
we got it, bro. And then the explanation is his brain is on a cycle, so he can only say it, but that doesn't it was a nonsense.
And the way that
better
robots,
explanation,
at least-
especially if they were going for AI is the villain, which was stupid, and that was a red herring, obviously. But I thought that what they were going for, and an explanation that would have made sense, would be AI has no soul. Okay, so they can translate the sentence directly, but they can't get the very obvious artistic visual cues where I'm sending a secret message every ninth word.
Yeah,
because he
and
pauses.
AI doesn't understand inflection.
Yeah.
So the doctor was inflecting each ninth word so that you would notice
I
it.
thought that there was a reason behind it, and then they're like, "Oh no, the villain isn't AI. It's just an incel, a planet of incels. It's just one guy. That's not a planet of incels. What does that even mean?"
Yeah.
This episode just ticked me off. So stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
going back to the premise, like I get that they have this certificate that she owns the star, but why does anybody take that seriously?
It's not. It's
It's an arbitrary. It's like some
ridiculous premise from the get-go.
I thought the premise was going to be like, oh, these stupid humans think that they can just say that they own our planet, or so I don't know, something like that. At least that would make somewhat sense, but that didn't make any sense.
Yep. Oh, please, no, Mark.
I don't know about that.
You heard.
The other stupid thing with the big finale was, oh, we're going to touch the two certificates together because, again, it's not explained why they both exist. It'll cause an explosion, and he very subtly drops it on the floor in front of everyone, and the robot sweeps it up and then goes in front of the girl, and then she opens it up and pulls it out in front of everyone and approaches the guy in front of everyone and touches it.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
Because that looked.
I actually thought it was going to be clever for a second and have her go up and touch it, and then grab it and throw it on the floor and have the robot vacuum it up so that they touch.
Still stupid.
Maybe, yeah.
It would be better than what happened.
Yeah. I felt really weird because it looked like the incel was holding his out so that they could touch. It looked like he wanted them to touch. And I was like, oh, is that part of the marriage ceremony?
It was nonsensical. The whole, and then they're trying to do the whole meta thing with the lady that can talk to the audience. They started that last season. They haven't explained anything.
That threw me off. What the heck?
Because you've watched Doctor Who, right, Charles?
I've seen Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the first season of this, whatever this is.
It's not Doctor Who, right?
Yeah,
it's not.
Good point. And then, how it ends with her just like ripping into him. You scanned my DNA without even asking my permission. You're like, he's,
yeah.
Does he need permission
he just told you.
It's not violating at all.
Yeah, it's like you took my photograph without...
Yeah, you took a picture of me without my permission. Like, you don't need... Nothing that he did was invasive in any way. He said, hey, I saw someone who looks just like you 30,000 years in the future. I thought you might be curious. Wow, of course you would, because you're a man. And I'm like, that's taking it a little far. I wouldn't call Chudigatwa a man. But it's just, the dialogue is insufferable. Like, the show just makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
And then they're setting up this mystery. Who's this mysterious girl who it's the exact same mystery that they set up for season 1 and didn't have an answer to. Remember, David?
No, I don't, because I didn't watch all of those episodes.
It's the same thing. The whole Ruby Sunday thing. She's this special person. Why does she keep showing up?
Oh, right, yeah.
Which is also copied from a previous season of much better season of Doctor Who with the Impossible Girl and Clara Oswald. That was actually a good reveal. And then they did the same thing with Ruby Sunday. Why does she keep showing up? What's so special about this girl? And the answer was, she's only special because you thought she was going to be special, you big idiot. They make fun of the audience in season 1 of this new reboot. They say the only reason she was special is because we told the audience that she was going to be special, and stories have power. Turns out she's a nobody. Except that she has superpowers. She can like stop time, and for some reason it's all magic. She can defeat magical pantheons because she's so special. And now they're doing the exact same thing with this girl. You're so special. Like, man, Russell T Davies has lost the plot. And I know he's capable of writing well, but he refuses to do so. It makes me a bit upset. And the next episode is going to be a cartoon who comes to life.
Oh,
that's the next episode. I don't get it. I don't get why this episode was mostly science. It was just bad science. But season 1, the mystery for the majority of the episodes of season 1, Charles, wasn't science or aliens. It was magic, which it's just Doctor Who solves magic mysteries now for some reason.
Yeah.
He's fighting against gods.
That's so bizarre because in the previous show, it's a different show entirely. They had so many things like that where it's this magical being explained with science. They had the siren on the boat.
They make you think it's magic,
it's not
and
a
then
siren,
they explain it with science.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's fantastic. But then this is just magic. It's just the god of games, the gay god of music.
There's a god of games. There's a god of music. They're called pantheons or something like that. It's just stupid. So stupid.
It's it's just so bad.
I don't have anything else to say about this piece of garbage of an episode. And
hold on, let's see if I have anything. I thought the doctor's skirt was stupid. Was that in the first season, or is that the first time we've seen
worse.
the skirt?
So it's a kilt that's been modified to look like a dress. That is not what kilts look like.
That's a dress.
And they made it worse in this episode. They extended it so he's literally wearing a dress.
Yeah, that's awful. His screwdriver is the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's
but you
a
guys
butt
have already
plug.
said that a ton.
Yeah,
it is.
Yep.
Did you guys notice how the doctor accidentally shuts off the power to the entire hospital?
Yeah, killing everyone who was on life support.
Yeah. And he just, oh, my bad. Oopsies. Oh, this guy's so, oh my goodness. Yeah, the doctor's horrible. That weird breaking the fourth wall was just weird. Oh, and okay, this is a minor thing, but when the girl's taken at the beginning and she's going up in the rocket, the doctor just shouts her name, like you think that's going to do something.
Yeah.
This is the smartest man.
That's all. Yeah.
Possibly the smartest man in the universe, like very intelligent, thousands of years old, and he thinks just shouting her name. First off, he thinks she's going to hear her, and then if she hears him, she's going to be able to do something about it. This is dumb.
Yep. Show's really dumb, bud.
Oh,
yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to force you guys to watch the rest of this.
I don't plan to.
I don't either. I'm definitely going to watch the next episode with the cartoon that comes to life because that's stupid.
I think I'm going to watch it. Season.
But The Last of Us is airing today, right now. So we already or next week. Like, I don't want to keep watching Doctor Who. It's so bad.
If nobody else watches it, I might not. I don't know. I'll probably try to keep watching the season. It's just so bad.
It was my favorite show as a kid.
Oh, that's amazing. Do I have any Doctor Who? No. I don't. Oh, I have a. It's not a screwdriver right here.
You still got one? There you go.
Nice.
I bought one of those for Elliot too.
Oh, we can't hear you.
You did something when you bent down.
I think his Bluetooth died.
Ah, that would make sense. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. That's all. Yeah. Doctor Who's dumb. I didn't watch Daredevil, and this episode's going to take a while to break down for Wheel of Time. So we're going to start.
Yeah.
Charles, you can go if you want to. You can stay. Hold on. Is there a better way to share this? Screen. Share that. Yeah, okay. I did the wrong thing. Share screen, share the window, share. There we go. Charles, just go. We're talking Wheel of Time now anyway. You can just go. We love you. David, did you notice between season so what happened season 1 they destroyed the set?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they blew it up at the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
But they also repurposed it. So they tore everything down and they used this same location to film The Blight. Because they forgot that they're going to have to use it again for the Battle of the Two Rivers. So this is completely rebuilt. And they added a mountain.
Yeah.
This mountain wasn't here in season 1.
Yep. It's kind of like the wall that they added in
Yep.
Okay.
In Rings of Power. Yeah, you can totally stay.
Oh yeah, that was Rings of Power. That's right.
You can totally stay, Charles, because this show does not spoil anything from the book. So
Yeah, I'll probably will stay.
it's Tarwin's Gap.
Are we done talking about Doctor Who though?
Unless you had anything else to say, I'm done.
Nothing. I was. No, I'll probably just talk about how good the show used to be.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic show.
So Perrin's making swords for people who are better at using bows. It's silly, silly, silly. And okay, the first big reveal. The Trollocs showed up at the end of the last episode through the Waygate. They, Bane and Chiad and Loyal saw them. And then did nothing for an entire week. They did nothing for an entire week because they realized, oh, it's going to be silly if we don't give time for Alana to teach the girls how to channel, specifically how to link. That requires some skill to be able to do. And the Trollocs and the White Cloaks have done nothing for an entire week. So much so that they let them build a tower. They built a tower and a wall around the whole city. And it's very, very silly. It makes no sense. Also, these defenses are horrible. They've got like these spike lines in random places that don't make any sense. I'm going to share. This is terrible. I opened it with the wrong program. You're muted, David.
Sorry. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They've got spikes on the sides of the path in random spots, but nothing in the actual path, like where people would go. Also, I think it's hilarious that the Two Rivers people can't tell a Trolloc from a Tinker. Like, oh, the Trollocs are coming in their
They
cart.
sound the alarm. Bang, bang, Trollocs, and it's just guys. But I will say, later on in the episode, it did make more sense because when the Trollocs showed up, it was also just guys.
Yeah, right.
The Trolloc army
Just a whole
was
bunch
full
our
of.
friends, I guess.
It was so stupid. The show is moronic.
Yeah. Part of me
Okay.
thinks that they they were all stand-ins, and they were supposed to replace them with CGI, and they ran out of budget or something, and just left half of the Trollocs as just dudes. But yeah, that was really weird.
Now I can actually. Yeah. So they had time to build this whole tower, and instead of Maxim, right, the fact that it's not Tamal Thor and Matt's dad doing the training here, and it's Maxim, infuriates me. These people are hacks. They're absolute freaking hacks, and they hate the books. They didn't watch our Conan Purge videos. They know nothing about defenses. Exactly.
Our defenses were so good, they just gave up.
They don't understand you have to man barricades. Yeah, let me see if I can find the barricade later in the episode. It's just people begging. Just hold on.
Skipping through a whole bunch of stuff I hate. Yeah, that was the scene right there.
I don't try to find the wide shot.
Spike pits.
Let me see. If it goes to the actual fight, there's like 4 layers of spike pits in front of their line.
Yeah.
They're just there for no reason. You're like, you put all the work into building these spike pits, and then you're not using them.
Mm.
Let me see. There was a wide shot. When he says close the gate, it zooms out, and you see that like there's like 4 additional rows of spikes that are just unmanned in front of the gate that they close.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
It's very silly.
They're like the spike traps in Skyrim and all of the forts.
Something, I don't know.
Find it.
Oh, goodness, dude. What are you doing? Yeah, you spilled the water all over.
Oh.
Spencer.
I also can't believe that they teased the wolves about 6 times in this episode, saying, "Oh, we're going to bring wolves into the fight," and then they don't do it. I hate it.
Yeah.
They were planning on it, but they ran out of budget.
I also love that the Tinkers just roll into town, and how do we know that they're in peril and they've been attacked by Trollocs? Oh, I know. We'll just have a whole bunch of arrows in their cart that they just left there for the audience.
Okay, here's the shot I was talking about. It zooms out. This is their line.
Yeah.
This is the line that they have to hold. For some reason, there's another line here. I guess it makes sense. It'll slow them down so you can shoot them.
Yeah,
or
but
you could
it
man
would make
the
a lot
line.
more sense to have some soldiers at the front line and then have the secondary line in
can
case
shoot
the
over.
front line breaks.
Watch.
And
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
shoot over.
Yeah, and then it's not just one line.
Oh my goodness.
There's a second line.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. And
These are doing
hanging
nothing.
out there.
They're doing nothing. What
Yep.
was the point of making those?
Because they
These
can,
people are stupid. It's being written by idiots.
It won't slow them down that much. Even to your point, it won't slow them down. They'll just pick them
Right.
up and move them to the side.
Or just go around.
Jump over.
They can
Or
literally
else
look.
there.
They can literally just walk around. This line is doing nothing. I could understand maybe justifying this one unmanned line because it would to get them around it. What you want to do is actually have a gap in the middle, funnel them through the middle,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
If your main tactic is bows, it could be justifiable to have one unmanned line in front of your main line, but not 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Maxim trained them for an entire week how to fight with spears, and then on the day of the attack, someone finally spoke up and said, "Hey, we don't know how to fight with swords. Let us use our Two Rivers longbows, the
Yeah.
things that we're known for." So they spent a week training for nothing because they end up using their longbows like they should have had in the past. And their training is stupid. Poison spears?
No.
Are you joking? The great thing about poison is you only have to hit the enemy once and then they'll instantly die, like in the cartoons.
Yeah.
A poison spear is just about the worst thing that you could use in a battle. It's great for assassination because you can prick someone with a needle and they'll die later, but it takes a long time to die from poisons. Okay?
Yeah.
Take like a rattlesnake. You don't die. That's one of the most, like a king cobra, I think is the most poisonous of snakes. It takes maximum, like the shortest amount of time, you die within an hour. You can also have more than an hour to live. Now,
Yeah.
Australia might be more screwed up. I'm sure there are some spiders that will kill you maybe in 30 minutes instead of an hour. But if you stab someone in battle with a poison blade, they're going to fight you for another hour, even more pissed off, because they know there's now nothing to fear.
Yes.
But
just
it's
looking up, it says
magic
usually
poison.
30 minutes.
It's magic poison.
It makes them weak and discombobulated.
The taipan can kill you in minutes. Guess what? That's still not a good thing to use in battle. Do you know how much can happen in a minute? What's the length of one round of combat in D&D?
Is he muted?
Do you know what it is? Charles?
I've played D&D like 3 times in my whole life.
Okay, it's supposed to in one round you can make one attack and one action. Now there are classes when you get more skilled that let you take 3 attacks, so swing your sword 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
How long does that take?
Just
6
a
seconds.
couple
There
of-
you go, Joshua Templeton with the right
seconds.
answer. One round of combat in D&D is 6 seconds. This is a game, but it's a comparison, okay? How many rounds of combat is 1 minute?
Enough for a whole boss fight.
You can do a lot of damage in 1 minute. Okay, but now I gotta Google taipan. Is that a spider or a snake? Oh, it's a snake. Okay, so that's deadlier than the king cobra. Cool.
Where is it native to? Australia?
The most deadly poison in the world takes 30 seconds. Still not a good battle tactic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
If you could,
Yep. Australia
like,
and New Guinea.
I don't know.
The taipan snake.
It's a cute snake. It looks so cute, though. That doesn't look deadly. I bet he would be my friend. I bet I could kiss a taipan snake, no problem. Yeah. So it's been a week. They've done nothing. And the reason why we know it's been a week is because Alana says, I've been training them how to use the power for a whole week. And the town wisdom, who's supposed to be smart because she's called a wisdom, has been watching them train with the one power for an entire week and has said nothing about her ability to also channel. You know, something that might save her village's life, something that might be wise to mention, something the village wisdom should probably say. But why does she not want to help? Because she doesn't want to give up drinking.
Yeah.
Nynaeve?
No.
The new
There's a
village
replacement.
wisdom.
Nynaeve left, and so
Oh.
there's a new village wisdom, and she's a drunk.
Okay.
The reason she doesn't want to learn how to channel is because she doesn't want to give up drinking.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's a vice for a reason. I
Yeah,
get
even then, to get the kind of poison that can kill you in 30 seconds or a minute, which is very rare, you just have that available in the 2 rivers?
Yeah, that's a good point.
and it's a poison that can be easily applied to the blade of a spear without killing yourself.
Yeah.
And that is the worst thing. And on top of how unreliable it would be, you'd be more likely to accidentally nick the person on your side if you're an untrained militia. You're going to get more friendly fire than you're going to get use out of a poison blade.
That's a good point.
This show is written by absolute morons.
Mm-hmm.
They're standing on the shoulders of giants and they think that they are flying.
You're peeing off the shoulders of giants.
And they'll tell you it's raining. That's a line from the show. They'll piss in your mouth and tell you it's raining. Okay, so the Tuatha, they were attacked. Sad. You get Aram. They're trying to do the Aram plot in the worst way possible because Perrin's not even there when it happens. The people on Twitter were creaming themselves because of the parallels to the vision that Rand had in Teleon Riyadh. The parallels are amazing. Oh, wow, the writers are so good. Screw yourselves.
Yeah, no, the original writer was good.
Yeah.
I do think that his plot in this episode is probably the best part of the episode, which is not saying much.
The what? What was?
The one plot line scene with the Tinkerer. I forget his name. You just said
Aram.
Aram. Yeah, I thought
probably the best.
That
part,
was the best part of this episode.
When his grandma looks at him and disappointedly, yeah, it's fine.
That was really good. And the scene right before where he's hiding behind the tree, and you think the Trollocs going to come after him, but no, it's some other Tinker that runs after him, and then the Trolloc takes that guy. I thought that was well done.
Good.
And then he kills him with the knife.
I didn't hate that scene. It was fine.
Yeah.
According to Google, untreated, the fastest snake venom will kill a human is the black mamba, and it can kill a human in 10 minutes. There's no data on taipan venom, but it's expected to kill in 10-15. Still,
you can still bleed out quicker than that.
So what I'm hearing is their venom is more poisonous, but they're nice, friendly snakes, and they don't bite humans. Right? So you can snuggle.
But you can still.
Snake.
My back end streaming page keeps like crashing. So, but I don't think that the stream is lagging. It just something else is going on. So, but let me know if we're having trouble. Aram ungaying himself on accident by killing a Trolloc was low key hysterical. Yeah, it's fine. What would have made the scene actually good though? He kills the Trolloc, and then his grandma's disappointed in him, and she's like, "But I had no other choice." And she's like, "There's always a choice. You could choose to die." You know, violence begets violence. You know, like they didn't even like.
Yeah.
Or have it be an accident. Have it actually be an accident. Have him have the Trolloc like jump on top of him, and he had picked up a blade accidentally, and it like stabs itself, and he's like, "It wasn't even me," and she's still disappointed in him.
Mm-hmm.
That's heavy.
And would rather him die than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hussein. That is Fail on the right. She's about 3 heads shorter than Perrin, which that's fine. Except that anytime she talks, she hunches over, so she's even shorter. Her dialogue is all delivered like this.
Yeah.
I am Fail. And her neck is like super long. So she talks like this anytime she seeks. Oh. It's bizarre.
Yeah, she's a weird, mousy woman. I can't stand her character in the show.
Yeah, how about if he made a conscious decision to leave Luffy stupid because it just got his granddaddy killed and eaten? Yada yada.
Are these the same Tinkers from the first book?
Look,
yeah.
And even when you get to the city, they have these random parapets.
Yeah.
That don't do
It's just
anything.
random.
The reason the reason that they should be there is for funneling.
But they don't funnel. They
That's not what it does. There's some spikes on the ground. Someone's gonna trip on those spikes. That's not OSHA certified. Yada yada yada. I don't care. Blah 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 blah. You got a channel. Look, she's over the death of her warder almost. His ashes are almost gone. I didn't like Fael in the books either.
I thought she was fine in the books, but again, I'm only halfway through the series.
Yeah, she starts off fine, and then the second half of the series, she's not great. Fael's one of your favorites. Yeah. So my thing is, I know it's not the most popular opinion, but I think Fael starts off interesting and then gets boring, and Tuon starts off boring and then gets interesting. And I know that most people will not agree with that statement. So
I disagree, but only because I don't know who they are.
you can tell Alana is feeling good because her jugs are up. I agree. I think Tuon is a more interesting character than Fael. Yeah, when she gets kidnapped for 5 books, I don't think it's a bad plot line. It just took way too long to resolve. It was silly.
How many books there are? Holy cow.
So this is her talking to the girls, and then she finds out this lady's a drunk. And this is Maxim taking the role of Tam and rightly being bad at it. Oh, we skipped over on some of these spikes. Did you see, David? No. Let me pull. I'm gonna have to press play, so I don't want to get.
The spearheads on those big, huge, like their spears are like this big around, and then they've got this ridiculous spearhead on it that's attached somehow.
They crafted giant spearheads.
Yeah.
To be, this is all Perrin's been doing, I guess, for a week. He blacksmithed giant spearheads to be placed on the ends of the wooden spikes, which
also it's not even their spears, it's their
the spike, the lines of spikes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I got it right here. It's hold up.
Yeah, why? You're right. That is kind of what they look like.
Let me see. I gotta pause. Here we go. Giant spearheads on the ends of the wooden spikes.
Oh my gosh! I thought those were spears that were propped up on a weapons rack or something. But
no,
right. That's their actual.
No, David, it's
barricades.
Retarded. It's completely pointless. Really bad. It's completely arbitrary. It adds nothing.
Huge waste
and it's
of materials.
A huge waste of time.
And time.
And good metal.
Waste of materials and time. And you get the same effect. You get a much better effect if you just have soldiers with spears behind the barricades, reinforcing the barricade. Like
you can make the wood. The wood had to be sharpened to put the sharp thing on the wood.
Yep.
Granted, the wood will dull much quicker, but
it's a giant spear. It's not supposed to be a weapon.
It's also higher than it needs to be.
But it's Trollocs,
right?
No, okay. Trollocs, David.
Okay,
I disagree. It's so ridiculous. Like not a single one of these not a single one of these writers or people, and no one on set said, "Why are we doing this? This has never been done in history."
Yeah.
Right? This isn't a thing that people would do. It doesn't make sense. Like there's not a single person involved in this production that just has common sense. Mm-hmm. It's bizarre. Yep. You can fire harden wood.
It's also so top heavy. And the sleeve jacket on there that's going on the top
it's gonna
of the
pop
spike,
right off. One person's
it's
going to run into it. It's going to pop right off.
Exactly.
When they fall. Mm-hmm. So, unless they used Gorilla Glue.
They probably did.
If they have venom that can instantly kill you. If they have poison that can instantly kill you. Maybe they have Gorilla Glue
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Probably. do. Oh my goodness.
See?
Yep.
Every time she talks, she does that with her neck. Perrin is 3 heads taller than her, and she bends over when she speaks. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I really, really dislike her. They got
Yeah.
magic poison. They didn't then say that. Hey, this is magic poison. That would still be stupid. I would hate that. Please don't say we got magic poison. It can kill you in seconds. Her name's Katana. Her sword steals the souls of her enemies.
Yeah.
The wolf head banner, which they'd made before they even knew that Perrin was coming back. They've had a week. Take back that criticism. They've had a week to make this, but none of them know that Perrin is a wolf guy.
Yep.
They know that his eyes are gold. So what does the wolf have to do with Perrin? Who knows? What this should be is the flag of Manetheren.
Well,
And then after this battle, when he brings wolves to fight, then they make him a wolf banner.
the only problem with that is that nobody in the Two Rivers knows that this was old Manetheren. But for some reason, they sing a sea shanty, a Viking.
They all know
War
the
tune.
Song of Manetheren, David. What are you talking about? They all know that they're descendants of Manetheren.
Yeah.
You're a hack. You're a
Except
hack.
the
And you
Moraine
don't pay
had to
attention.
tell them all last the season 1.
Okay. Dane Bornhold shows up to the Two Rivers to arrest Perrin Abara. David, when did we last see Perrin and Dane Bornhold?
Let's see. His daddy was killed. They came this season.
Where?
And they burned the mana and rescued the girls.
No. When did we last see Perrin and Dane Bornhold together?
I don't think we've seen them together. He just saw him across the battlefield kill his daddy, right?
Yes. So season 2 finale
Yeah.
in Falma.
Mm-hmm.
Dane saw Perrin kill his daddy.
Yes.
Then, where did Perrin go? He took a
Not
boat
to the Two Rivers.
He took a boat to Tarvalin.
Yeah.
And rather than follow him to Tarvalin to arrest him, Dane traveled all of the way to the Two Rivers to arrest Perrin. The only reason Perrin is here right now is he got teleported here last episode. Sorry, don't crucify me. They traveled through the ways, which is almost like teleporting.
Yeah.
Teleporting with extra
Why
steps.
is Dane here?
Because he doesn't know
Makes no
where
sense.
he went before, and he found out where he was from and went there. because
David,
reasons.
they chartered a ship from
Yeah.
Falma to Tarvalin. That's not hard to find out.
Yeah.
He should be in Tarvalin.
Yep.
Why is everyone
should
pulling
be.
a flask in the show? If you were on set, you would be too. Okay?
It's the only way to get.
Don't blame them for that. Okay? I'm a Mormon. Drinking is a sin, and I don't even blame them for this.
Oh man, we're still in like the first 10 minutes of this show.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So, Dane Bornall in the books is he's supposed to be in the Two Rivers because he's not even at the Battle of Falma. His dad is, and he gets killed. And he finds out, oh, who killed my dad? A guy named Perrin from the Two Rivers. So he goes to the Two Rivers, and Perrin happens to be there.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Also,
I
I
don't
was
know.
trying to
I don't
figure
know
out-
why Lord Luke is in the episode at all.
Yeah. That's a good point. I was trying to figure out the sheath for Dane's axe.
For his axe, yeah.
It is so convoluted. It's like I don't understand
Yeah.
how the thing is sheathed in there.
Watch. It's so.
So the back is all solid.
So
And
David,
then there's
David,
little
there
clippies
is
around the top.
yeah. No.
So
it's not solid.
presumably it comes out from
So
the back
this
to
is-
the top, but
so
no,
this is a little
it's lit on
pocket.
the- yeah.
David,
Mhm.
this is not. So it's all flat. So you stick it up in. You stick the pointy thing up into the pocket,
Except
and then
for you look on the back side.
and then you clip these buckles over it.
Except you look on the back side, and the bottom is all sewn
It's all leather too.
on the bottom of the axe, so you can't pull it up. You can't pull it
No, you're wrong.
up into the thing.
Hold on.
You can only pull it down.
That doesn't.
Except for that
No, you're
little
wrong.
chip on the end.
No,
No,
wait. No. It's not the bottom of the axe. It's the bottom of the axe head. You're right.
that's what I'm saying.
So look,
Yeah.
it slides in both ways. It slides into the top and to the bottom. Unless this
Simultaneously.
entire section is a flap. In that case,
No,
why-
there's a close up, and it shows that it's stitched all along the bottom head of the axe.
This
It's
is-
impossible to get.
this
in.
is just a prop.
Yeah.
This is not functional in any way.
Yeah, no,
No.
it's not.
It has to
Bad.
slide in from the top and the bottom. And it's
Yep.
got little buttons on the top, but still that's nonsense. That's nonsensical.
Yeah.
Now maybe there could be buttons on the bottom too, but then there would be no point to having this whole thing because
Yeah.
maybe that just covers the edges. Maybe that's not even connected to the rest of the sheath.
Maybe.
That's the only way it could work. If there's buckles on the top and the bottom, and this just covers up the sharp end.
Yeah, there's a
So it
close up though, and
sheathes into the
it
back.
doesn't show clips on the bottom.
I'm just saying
But-
the only way it could work is like that.
Yeah.
Perrin actually does use an axe in this episode. He dual wields an
He
axe and
duels
a
an
hammer,
axe and a hammer. Yep.
which is pretty silly. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Again, what are these even for? What are these even for? They don't do anything, and I
Yeah.
don't know why Lord Luke is even in the show because they
That
don't
one
use
is
it at
even
all.
pointed the wrong way. It's like opened up so they could go through the road at this
Yeah.
parlay or something.
Stupid. They try and do the scene from the books where he promises to go with them. Wait, did they even address that at the end? Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah,
does.
he goes with him.
We'll get there. Okay.
Yeah.
If you help us fight, I'll go with you. That's from the books, sure. The reason behind it is silly. Oh, he tries to say, "You killed my dad," and he goes, "This scene holds no weight because Perrin is a murderer." That's the thing.
Yeah. In the
This
show,
scene
yeah.
in the books was awful, wonderfully awful, because Dane thinks he murdered his father, and Perrin didn't even do it. His father died in protecting Perrin in the Battle of Falma. He was killed
Yeah.
by the Shanshan. Okay? But Perrin was responsible for killing White Cloaks in Book 1 in self-defense. And so they blamed it on Perrin because they were already after him. And Perrin
Yeah.
says, "Look, even though I'm innocent, I will go with you if you help me stop the bloodshed." And in this, he says, "Yeah, I did kill your dad. Sorry." He literally says, "You killed my dad. Sorry, bro. You can arrest me after the fight." And I don't care because he's a murderer and I don't care about Perrin.
Yeah.
The show had weight in the books. It holds no weight in the show because Perrin is a bad person and I want him to die. Then Loyal decides to play Maiden's Kiss
That
so
was
he can
crazy.
trick the girls into leaving so they get protected. Oh, this is later. He says, "I want to kiss you." Then the scene is later.
Yeah.
Because first we get to see another love scene between Maxim and Alana, and she tries to pull his hair, and he says, "No, that's what my gay boy used to do. We're gonna do something else." See, she only uses one hand to pull his hair. I think she had her other finger up his butt, and that's why he said, "No, whoa, no. That's what my gay boy used to do." Okay. Yes, we definitely needed a love scene. Screw this show. Look. Every time she talks.
Yep.
Why does she do that with her neck?
I don't. It doesn't bother me that bad.
What that
I
neck
haven't
do,
seen this
baby?
yet.
But yeah, this conversation between Perrin and Fael too, just it doesn't hold any weight because of he was previously mourning
He brings
his
up
wife.
she brings up his wife. Are you
Yeah.
afraid you're gonna chop me in twain like your wife?
He's still broken up about it, but then he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't want you to die," but like you've known her for a week, bro. She
Dude,
just shows up
if they
in
adapted
the Two Rivers.
if they adapted this battle like it is in the books, this would be the greatest TV show of all time.
Yeah.
He sends her he tricks her. Well, he thinks he tricks her. He thinks he politically tricks her into leaving so that she doesn't die. He says, "Hey, you need to get to Toman's Head." Is it Toman's Head?
Maybe I don't remember.
No, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. That's not it. It's you need to go to get the other city and get them here in time before the Trollocs get here. But he knows he's sending her away because he thinks everyone's going to die. But she comes back, saves the day. That's much more girl boss than what we get in the show, right? Like that's what's so insane is like there are tons of awesome like girl power feminist moments in the books that you could have kept.
Yeah.
And you take them out because you want it for just inferior product. When if you just adapted the books properly, you would have had exactly what you wanted. And people would have liked it. And you probably would have got a season 4.
Yeah.
But not like this. So he lets her stay so she can fight and die with him. Because he's sure they're going to die. Okay, and then they do the maiden's kiss. I hate that they have swear words included in their hand talk.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. Also, I hate their hand talk. It looks just like sign language instead of it's supposed to be a subtle thing you can do with one hand behind, to the side behind your back where no one else can see it so you can send command directions to your teammates silently, and instead they're doing
Yeah.
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 I hate their maiden hand talk. And it includes, and so they do the maiden's kiss. And he asks them afterwards. He asks them afterwards, has anyone ever been killed playing this game? And their answer is yes. Some men and some women have died on the receiving end, or on the giving end of Maiden's Kiss. Because he refuses to kiss them, they are actually contemplating murdering Loyal.
Yeah.
What is Maiden's Kiss? I know this is a spoiler.
Okay, Maiden's Kiss is a practical joke. Okay? It's something that you'll hear from infancy if you're an Aiel boy. Oh, once you grow up, maybe you'll be old enough to play Maiden's Kiss with
The Maidens of the Spear.
with the Spear Maidens. Okay? Wow, that sounds fun. Okay? And so the characters, Matt gets tricked into playing it. Oh, a Maiden Spear. Yeah, let's play that game. And they dance around you with spears pointed at your throat, and then occasionally one will jump in and give you a little peck on the cheek or on the lips. Okay? It's supposed to make you pee your pants.
Yeah.
Okay? It's technically,
Right,
you
so.
do get a kiss, but like you're not going to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grow up, hey, can I finally play Maiden's Kiss? And they it's like
It's like a hazing.
It's like hazing.
Hazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds
But
fun.
in the show-
sounds great.
They murder people over a game if the kiss is bad.
Yeah.
Like,
And they
as
said
in the person who is in the middle didn't like the kiss, so they.
No.
no.
All the maidens are
what they
around
do-
there with the spears, and they go and kiss
In the
you.
show.
And if they didn't like the kiss, then they stab you with their spears.
This is the rule. They hold the spear up to you, then they give you a kiss, and if the kiss is good, the spear retreats, moves back, and then you can kiss more. There's more room for kissing. And if the kiss is bad, the spear moves forward. So they go in to kiss him, and he turns away, doesn't give them a kiss, and so they move in, and now they're at his throat, and he still refuses to kiss them, and they say, "What do we do?" The heels of Tanchico. That's part of their maiden hand talk is this.
Yep. Of course.
That's
course
from
it
a
is.
previous episode. You'd get it. If
That's
you
a
were paying attention.
callback, baby.
That's a callback, baby. Comedy. So they said, "What do we do?" In the game's rules are very clear. If his kiss is bad, we're supposed to kill him, and he didn't even kiss us. What are we gonna do? Well, we have to follow the rules, so we have to murder him now. And then they say, we forgot to ask permission from whoever owns this house if we could play Maiden's Kiss. So we better not murder you.
That's so dumb.
Yep.
And then they play it off like Loyal knew this all along, and he was using it as an excuse to get them to leave.
Yep.
Because the only reason they're here is because they owe him tow. And it's just, oh, but you saved my friend's life, and so now I owe you tow, so now we can't leave. He was trying to get him to leave. It's stupid. It's really, really stupid. Charles will learn the rules on his wedding night about Maiden's Kiss. First rule is you don't talk about Maiden's Kiss, yeah. Good. This scene pissed me off. The fact that they actually murder people when they play Maiden's Kiss. Big toe or little toe? Yeah, toe means a debt. Like if someone saves your life, you have to like become their slave until you've paid your toe, you know?
Yeah.
See, with the original rules of the game, I can kind of understand if there were some casualties because, you know, kids playing around or spears, whatever. In my head. But, you know,
but this is literally just murder.
With spears at their neck, an accident happens, whatever. But yeah, this with the new rules, they're taking this game, this hazing, and making it a contract that they have to. They're making it the code, the pirate's code that they have to follow.
Yeah,
and it's that's
really bad. And then Matt's sisters rightfully make fun of how stupid that horn looks.
They did this twice this season.
Yeah.
They made fun of how everyone made fun of the show for turning the White Tower into a giant penis.
Uh-huh.
It's funny we're being meta. It doesn't make it better that you turned the White Tower into a giant penis. And then the girls make fun of the Horn of Valir because we all made fun of the Horn of Valir because it looked ridiculous. And then the girls say it. See, we're in on the joke. No, you got caught being stupid, and now you're trying to save face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work.
Yep.
The line, too, was like, Matt's so worthless. They have time to drag on their brother. Matt's so worthless, and we're worthless just like him. No, you're not worthless. Then how come Matt didn't come back? Because he's worthless. Like, oh. And Alana doesn't even take the time to say, no, like Matt couldn't come back because he's very busy. He's doing, Perrin, it was Perrin, not Alana. He doesn't even comfort them. He's like, no, like Matt didn't come back because he's trying to save people, you know? He's got responsibilities. He just says, yeah, Matt is a piece of garbage, but here he is blowing a piece of garbage, you know, like It's such a dumb scene. Look,
Yeah.
any person with a brain would handle this scene better than Perrin. Hey, how come my brother's such a piece of garbage? I'm just as worthless as him. He didn't even come back because he's such a piece of garbage. No, your brother was very brave. He saved my life. And hey, yeah, here's a picture of him saving my life. Right? He doesn't even correct them. It's just so stupid. Yada, yada, yada. They're coming down from the mountain. The Trolls. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then Perrin sends Loyal to his death. And then later, when the Waygate explodes, he knows that was Loyal, which means he knew that he was sending Loyal to his death. There's no other way. The fact that he knows what the explosion was is silly. But if we accept that he knew what the explosion was, then we also have to accept that he knew he was sending him to die.
The same thing goes for Bane and Shi'ad too, when he's like, "Hey, guard me, watch my back or whatever, because this can only be closed from the inside."
Your back just got exploded twice.
That was a good movie.
So Perrin is just okay, and then he later pretends to be surprised that Loyal left his book when he gets killed off. Spoiler alert, Charles, Loyal doesn't die in the books.
And he's been killed twice in the show.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
died.
remember somebody saying
okay.
the favorite
Season
the
1
best character
finale.
dies in the second season.
Season 1 finale. Loyal gets stabbed with the Shatter Logoth dagger, which is a dagger which sucks the soul out of your body. It will instantly kill you. And then he just comes back in season 2 and they just don't mention it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's right as rain. Forgot it ever happened.
I was gonna ask about season 1 because the season 1 does not look like it's just the first book because there's a lot that I don't. Because it doesn't talk about what the actual powers of the Shadow Logoth dagger is, and it doesn't
season 1 maybe covers about
as well.
10% of the first book. The rest is just made up garbage.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Logain, that's his name. Because I remember in season 1 they confront Logain a lot more than they did in the book.
Yep.
Okay. So would watching season 1 give me spoilers? I guess that's my question.
No. You can watch this whole show and nothing from the books will be spoiled. Because it doesn't follow the books
Pretty
at
much,
all.
yeah.
Oh, maybe.
So they shoot and the fighting is just none of the choreography is good. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
This is an hour-long episode. So they have more screen time than all of Helm's Deep. That might be wrong. Maybe Helm's Deep does take up an hour of the film. I mean, the film is 3 hours long.
Yeah.
But it can't take up more than a third of the film, right? At most. So it probably has a similar amount of screen time to the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
And yet it still feels super rushed and the fighting is just dumb and lame and there's no emotion behind it.
Yep. The choreography of it was really dumb too. There's a point where Maxim walks out in front of a group of archers.
Yeah.
While they're still shooting, he just walks right in front of them to the next level of barricades. It's
look at how many pointless barricades they have. It only showed 3 rows in that other because it was from the other angle. The camera was here looking in.
Yeah.
There's 10 rows.
They're not doing anything.
And they're not barricades. They're just there.
Yeah. Not a single one goes all the way across.
There's at least 9 different layers. One, that's a different layer.
Here's the thing: an independent author is known for researching a ton of stuff and getting into trouble because they look up questionable things on the internet because they want to know about what they're writing about. They do a lot of research, and these writers, these producers, they just don't care to do any of the research. And this is pretty common basic common sense things that you don't need to do a lot of research to know a barricade has to, be
Barricade.
complete.
A barricade
barricade.
has to
Go.
do what it's called.
Yeah.
They also left
it's
They also left a bunch of the barricades up in the middle of the town, just like pointing in random
of the town.
directions. There's a little circle of them, like right in front of the Wine Spring Inn. They're like, okay, that kind of makes sense as like a last fallback point. But then there's some just scattered inside the town too,
in different random directions. Yeah, it makes no sense.
The only positive thing I could say would be a cool place to build a base in Conan. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
Nope.
Yeah, those are called funneling spikes. Yes, I've said it several times already on the stream. They don't have an army to utilize them correctly. Yeah. Stupid.
So then I love this bit where they start channeling, and all of a sudden the Trollocs stop fighting to stargaze up at the icicles that are right.
They weren't fighting to begin with. When it gets to this top shot, it's just
they're just looking around like, what's going on? And then they retreat. They run away after they get sliced with icicles.
Yeah.
And then they
I call them slicicles.
Slicicles? That's nice. That's good.
Look, they weren't even at a point where they were fighting.
Yeah.
And I love that the army is mostly just people instead of Trollocs because they couldn't pay. Look, the practical effects that they have for the Trollocs look fantastic. They look so good.
Yeah.
And they are 90% of the time covered up with really crappy CGI. I don't know why they did that. Because the practical effects look so good. Yeah, so icicle, storm, and then they just run away.
Yeah, they run away for no reason, only to attack again 30 seconds later.
Yeah.
Like it makes absolutely no sense.
They filmed one fight scene at dusk so that you could hide the choreography, and then the rest of the episode is at night and you can't see anything. Then Alana gets shot again.
Yeah,
by a big
just got healed from arrows the previous episode,
Dude,
and now she gets shot again. And for some reason, the girls can't channel all of a sudden to heal her. It's like we did this last time when there was like 9 arrows in you, and now there's one big arrow, and they're like,
it's because you've already done so much today. Done so much today. They channeled one time.
Yep, and then they go.
And they weren't even doing the work. They were acting as batteries.
More later in this episode, yeah.
They could all see the weaves somehow too. Yeah, the show is very inconsistent with people being able to see the weaves or not. It's dumb. Isn't that just great? I love.
Also, that's a freaking ginormous arrow.
Also, at the end of this episode, they were able to heal her off screen.
Right. Yeah. That's the other thing.
We couldn't do it in the moment, so you can't be useful. Then we just healed you at the end. You saved me twice. It's just
same thing with the Tinkers. The Tinkers are just back at the end
from
of the
mountains
episode when Baron gets arrested. Yep.
They should be running further because the Trollocs retreated
into
the woods where they were. Yep. Why would they come back? They don't know that Perrin struck a deal, which is retarded. Perrin striking a deal with Pod and Fane? No. No way. Oh, thanks for sharing. That sounds nauseous. More violence for you coming right up. Maxim, oh no. Oh, I love how he tells her that it's time to start weaving through the bond.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. That's not how bonds work, baby. That's not how it works. She gets shot. Yeah. And then for the second time, oh no, there's a little bit of fight scene. The fight scene, this one was okay. It wasn't offensive. It was way too many cuts. The choreography is garbage, so they just cut a million times. It was the least offensive fight scene in the episode.
You're talking about Bane and Shiad defending the gate.
Oh, they couldn't heal, but they also had the power to throw fire to kill Voldy.
Right.
That was the dumbest death scene of all time.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I also love that they just they're worried about healing Alana, but then they completely forget the wisdom that just completely died right there. Like, forget her. We're gonna heal this
I love
this
this.
Ice and Ice stranger that
This
showed up.
show's so good. Oh no, we can't heal. Okay, oh no. They tried to heal her with the arrow still inside.
Yeah.
That's not gonna do much. You gotta pull the arrow out and then heal. So stupid.
Yep.
They're but somehow better at healing than Nynaeve.
Yeah.
Because she would have
She
probably
would've pushed
shoved
the
the
whole
arrow back
arrow.
the other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid idiots.
Yeah.
I love that they have like snipers that were able to take her out and then they just disappear. They're never brought up again.
Exactly.
And they just
the
let
Trollocs
these
attacking.
they
patterns
don't mind
make any
that
sense.
the good guys have snipers. They're not even trying to take those out, you know?
Yep.
It's nonsense. And then for the second time in the episode, regular humans get mistaken for Trollocs.
Yep.
And it's the
not
White
only that, though,
Cloaks.
they the White Cloaks somehow make it past the Trollocs, and
It was
it's just
clear when we
so-
got there. It was
it's
clear.
just so incompetent. These other White Cloaks that I mean, okay, they say the reason why is because Palan Fane is controlling them, right?
Mhm.
But how incompetent must all the other White Cloaks be that they don't
See all
or
of the
notice
bodies
all
on the
of
floor?
Trollocs, all of the bodies, everything that's they
Or
don't
didn't
hear
notice
any
a
of the
retreat
yeah.
or anything? Like it's
Right. Yeah. Complete incompetence.
not a single fade. Yep. Oh, sorry, I can't bring it.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
a good point.
We haven't
There's-
seen fade. We haven't seen fade since season 1. Since
No,
the-
we had
Since
that
the first 2 episodes of season 1.
we had the one in season 2 where they took on like 5
Oh
of them.
no, you're right. You're right. You're right. There was a whole bunch of
They're
them in the first
phasing
episode.
into the rocks. Yeah.
So this is also stupid, right? The White Cloaks are here chasing Perrin, who they think is a dark friend, right?
Correct.
And then Perrin says, "Hey, that guy's a dark friend." And then they believe him.
Yeah.
And it
Sorry,
turns out
I didn't know.
And then Padan Fane's response is, "Let's
Kill them."
attack now." Instead
Yep,
of,
we've been made.
"I'm not a dark friend. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And somehow he has Trollocs with him, and the White Cloaks didn't notice.
Yeah.
The
Not only that,
Trollocs
too,
are
but
here, mixed in with the White Cloak army, and
Yeah.
the White Cloaks didn't notice.
not only that too, but Dane is apparently coming to help them fight. But they're also claiming that there is nothing to fight because we didn't see any Trollocs, but also they're in our army right behind us.
It's
It makes-
nonsense.
Yeah, it's
So then you get the
ridiculous.
White Cloaks who are dressed up, the Dark Friends who are dressed up as White Cloaks fighting the other White Cloaks in this horribly choreographed scene where you just literally, you can't see anything that's going on. And it's so stupid, so dumb. Oh, and guess what? This was one of my predictions. I predicted that we were going to get an Avengers Endgame.
Female Avengers
We were
lineup.
going to get an Avengers Endgame with the women's circle.
Yep.
The only thing that was missing was they
Bingo.
didn't say the line. I wanted Perrin to walk up and say, "I need to get this MacGuffin to the other side of the battlefield." But I can't get there alone. And then I wanted the women's circle to show up and say, "To be a woman is to be forever alone and never alone. Also, always."
Yeah.
And we did get it. We just didn't get the line. So they do the women's circle, and then
I say so.
then it's so great that the Tuatha says, "Now those are that's a circle of women that I could get behind." She's okay with violence all of a sudden because girl power.
Yep.
Of course.
Now that's a circle of women. And then they leave. Yada yada yada. It's so dark.
Yep. And then Loyal thinks he's gonna break the gate
Okay.
with a hammer.
But they ask him, "How do you open the gate?" "Oh, with these." All
Yeah.
he has to do is walk in and take the
Take
leaf
the other
off
one.
from the inside, and then go outside, and then the gate's closed.
Yeah. The magic of these gates is so convoluted in this show. First, you don't need the leaves. You could just open them with channeling. Oh, but now we do have the leaves, but they kind of work as a key, but somehow. And now we can just smash them with hammers.
In season 1, even if you can channel them open, you still need to have an Ogier as a guide, or you'll get lost and die, or killed by the Machin Shin. Wait, is it Mashadar or Machin Shin?
No, Machin Shin.
Mashadar is Shadow Logoth, Machin Shin is the Ways.
Yes.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Okay, you can't have two spooky mists, Robert Jordan. Okay, and
They do the same thing pretty
in
much.
the end of the books, they merge into one thing. Okay,
La la la.
okay. Why are there two
Spoilers.
spooky black mists, Robert?
With our powers combined, we
Okay.
shall become the super
So in
evil
season 1,
Black
even
Mist.
if you can channel the gates open, you need an Ogier guide, which is why they have him. And then in season 2, I guess you don't need an Ogier guide if you have a Forsaken guide. And then in season 3, if you're Olana, you can just teleport. You can just do it by yourself and your one gay warder, and you'll be
Yeah.
fine. Okay, you're right. Look, Sanderson combined them, which I think was a smart move. Okay, because I think it's silly that there's two. Okay, Robert created the problem. I think that was one of the best things that Sanderson did, was making it so that I didn't have to remember which was which.
So Shadow Logoth comes back up.
Machin Shin's real
That's
name
what I
is,
got. From
Yes.
is Machin Shin's real name is Counselor Steve. I don't even know what you're referencing here, but it's funny. What'd you say, Charles?
No, I just Shadow Logoth comes back up because it was cool, but they had it was
Yeah,
made
he.
kind of a minor role.
Okay, this
Yeah.
was the stupidest part of the episode. You've
They're
got
just
two
sitting
Aiel
down waiting
guarding,
instead of.
and they just let the people walk up
Yep.
rather than, I don't know, being
Ambushing
Aiel.
them. Yeah. They should have
So,
been hidden
you know,
and ambushed them.
The
That's
one
what they
thing
do.
that they're known for. My wife doesn't want me for my mind. No, she married me for my truck. Because she needed help moving. Show Machin Shin will just tell you stupid things. Yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
hate that, but
So they're just sitting down, and then they're look. He's right there. The army is right next to them, and they give them time to slowly stand up.
and veil their faces. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we gotta fight. Let's veil our faces because we're so cool. Look, if you're gonna shoot in the dark, you need contrast. Okay, you need edge highlighting so that you can see what's going on. The second half of this episode is literally just the worst filming ever. Not quite as bad as the Long Night, right, in Game of Thrones, but still horrible. And it's
I
because
think
they're
that shot's fine.
It's because no one's moving.
Yeah.
But like most of these shots, look, what's happening in this shot, David?
Yeah.
Oh, it's clearer on this screen than it is on that one. I guess my right screen is darker than my left.
Calibrate your
Like,
monitors.
It's so dark. So
Yeah.
dark. Look. Oh no, it's a
Yeah.
spooky thing on.
Really dark.
I think it's a spooky on the screen. Maybe. Who knows? I
It's
don't
to
know.
cover up all the bad CGI that they don't have money to don't have a
Ding,
budget.
ding,
Except-
ding.
Except that they didn't need to CGI this guy because there's a practical effect. Except for some
No,
reason,
this
every
guy
time
was
he's on
CGI.
screen, they have him CGI galloping like a dog.
Yeah.
But they have the practical effects. They didn't need to. If they filmed it smartly, but they're not smart. They're dumb. So they filmed it dumbly. Okay, so then he ends up.
This is the one scene I thought was good. The
But
Tinker runs
except
by him.
that he pokes the Trolloc a little bit in the side, and then the
Yeah.
Trolloc instantly
His-
dies.
His death
Instead
was
of
dumb.
completely dismembering and maiming him.
Right.
Oh, I'm so sad. You made a kill, and that's our rule that we don't do a kill. Yada yada yada. Perrin has time to just stop fighting and have a whisper conversation with his supposed to be wife, right?
Oh, but he does a thing. He does a thing with the axe and with a hammer. So
Look.
that's a book back already.
I don't know if it's just the directing, okay? But Marcus, I cannot stand Marcus Rutherford in this show. His delivery is so bad. And
Yeah.
it's always the same thing. That when he's doing
Always
the
mumbling.
when he's talking in the scene with Fail, when he does the I can't do this. You know, he's doing the Godfather. Almost. He's got fake vocal fry every time he speaks. You know. Oh, they'd had
Yeah.
Maxim do the same thing. Instead of going back, Maxim gives the inspiring speech instead of Perrin.
Yeah.
They set up Perrin to have an awesome speech, and he starts singing, and then leaves, and they give the speech to Maxim, and for some reason, Maxim's voice changes completely in that scene, and he's doing vocal fry. You don't win a battle with with soldiers. You win it by being too nasty.
You win by being
win fights
too
by
dumb
being
to know that you're dead already.
You win fights by being a nasty little boy, by being a naughty gay boy. I hated that line. But yeah, and then anytime Marcus Rutherford, Perrin, is doing like I'm talking about something sad now, he'll look away from the camera and do like a soliloquy, like staring into nothing, and it's like horrible. I hate it. It's a crutch. Like you can emote while looking at the camera too, like whatever.
Yeah.
So he has a whisper conversation with his wife. Sorry, with his
With
girlfriend.
his soon-to-be wife.
They're supposed to be married at this point. But the show and then says, "Okay, I'm going to start fighting now." And then it's so stupid. It's just ugh. Maxim has a bow? When has Maxim ever used a bow? I don't know. Blah blah blah. Valda
Is this when they
shows
set
up
Balda on fire?
for his one scene, and he's more interested in killing the Aes Sedai than the actual Darkfen Trollocs. And then stand still. Look, every single confrontation is just two people standing across from each other, doesn't even move, and then gets set on fire.
Yep.
It's
Like-
it's just horrible blocking. There's no action. And then Podden Fane just kills a random person, slits her throat, and then Perrin knocks him over and says, "Call off your armies and I'll let you go." When, like, they could just win the fight. They could just kill them all.
Yep.
They're winning the fight. But he lets Podden Fane go because they need him for future seasons, I guess.
I mean, they're not going to get a future season. They could have killed him off right here.
Right.
They could have killed Podden Fane, and then all the Trollocs, leave because
Do you
their master's gone.
have you seen that Lord of the Rings interview with Frodo? What's his name again?
Which
Elijah Wood.
Like,
I almost said Eli Manning. Elijah Wood. It's Pippin or Mary, what's one of them? I think it's Pippin interviewing him, but pretending it's online, so you can only hear his voice. Do you wear wigs? Sorry, what? Do you wear wigs? No. That's my hair in the movie. Oh, will you wear wigs? Like in the future? I don't know. Maybe I might be in a movie where I have to wear a wig. When will you wear wigs? It's I watch that clip at least once a year. I'll bring it up and I'll remember it, and I have to watch the. When will you wear wigs? It's so good.
Fantastic.
Met
That's
Elijah
a great
Wood.
actor.
You're taller than him. Yeah, he's short. He's a short guy. But man, he's a great actor, and he was acting as a kid too, and he's one of the best child actors there was.
Yeah.
I want to see him in more things. So he's a much better actor than Daniel Radcliffe. Just saying, just putting that out there. So he lets Valda go, and that's the end. That's literally it. Oh, and then they literally turn Loyal into Gandalf.
Yep.
And. Let me see. So he smashes. Okay, we gotta do this scene. Watch this. Oh, no. Skip. Okay. There we go. So it's right here. The physics in the scene are stupid. The platform he's on accelerates from 0 to like 100 instantly.
Yeah.
That's not how gravity works. It's called acceleration. Okay?
Also, the
goes,
CGI.
We're good? It would start
CGI
crackling and it would tilt and then fall down, like it.
Yeah. The CGI also looks really bad too, because he's hitting the hammer and like individual crystal chunks are falling off,
and then it cuts to the
thing,
then it cuts to the wide shot, and it's the same amount. Like none of it has actually fallen. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Then you have just like a CGI crack ripple that's just like been superimposed over the whole thing.
There you go. I shall not pass. It's like the only and the moments that people are praising, they're all stolen from other IPs. They're literally. It's silly. So they kill Loyal off, and just look at how this thing falls. I hate it so much. Haha. Wee.
Yep.
See, the left half actually does a good job of falling.
Like it should, yeah.
It crumbles and then accelerates. Right? It just yells. Oh, stupid. Let me pause real quick so we don't get copyright.
Can't hear any audio. So
and I didn't share the audio. They'll still. Dude, my latest video, I didn't think it was going to perform very well. It's already almost at 1,500 views, and it's completely demonetized. So, he will land on one below and be alive. Nah, this is a fate worse than death. He's falling through the endless void of the ways eternally. So, look at that. Look at the left and how it falls versus the right. It's just really bad CGI.
Yeah.
Stupid. I hate it. And I hate that they killed Loyal. There's nothing underneath. There's nothing underneath him too. He's just falling.
It does show more pathways underneath. There's not supposed to be, but
there are occasionally different levels, but it's most. If you fall off, you're done. Maybe there's a.
Yeah. See.
I'd have to watch that.
That could have just been rubble though, falling.
This is a compressed version too, but I'll have to get Anyway, it's stupid. Okay, and then this is the explosion. Okay. So it shouldn't explode, but it does. And the explosion is some of the worst CGI that the show's ever had.
Yeah.
This is not the worst part. It's still bad, okay? And then it cuts to flowing.
Exposure is completely off,
Yeah,
though.
it explodes. It's a magic explosion, okay? It shouldn't explode. That's not... Whatever. And then this next shot, I was genuinely confused. Watch.
Yeah.
It's so bad. This looks like it. Oh, look at that. It's just really bad CGI. I hated that. Anyway, as Loyal said, the only death worse than falling in the ways is getting stabbed by the Shadow Logoth dagger. Yeah. No justice, no peace till Alan's video gets monetized. Sorry, I couldn't make it rhyme. From the river to the sea, no justice, no peace. There you go. From monetization to the stream.
There you go.
Don't let Alan
No justice, no peace.
dream. Oh, dang. Yeah, no, I can't.
So he knows that Loyal has died. I didn't know it was going to explode because they're not supposed to explode. I don't know how he knew this, and the fact that he knew it makes it worse.
Yep.
And then he says, and we know that he knows this because then he says, "Hey, that means that the way is shut," which means I knew that I was sending Loyal to my death. So you're not getting reinforcements, and also I'm going to let you live anyway. Yay! Hooray! We all won. And then it just cuts to daytime.
Yep.
And
there goes Alana's. Tinker's back. Alana's back.
Alana's
Healed
just
for some reason.
healed, and it's okay. He left his book that he's supposed to finish, and then he gets the White Cloaks show up, and then he gets arrested. Yeah, I hate this episode. I hate it. It's horrible. I will say, though, this episode pissed me off so much that I think I might do my own version of the Hills of Tanchico. The hills are my boobies. The hills are my boobies. Hey! We're going to do it.
Can't get that tune out of your head, huh?
The melody is well written. The lyrics are awful.
Yeah.
Just like the Karakarn boat smash explosion.
In season
when
2,
Moraine blew up
Moraine,
the boats in...
blows up the Shan boats because
The
there's a
shills
chance
of
that Rand
Tanchico.
is involved. The shills of Tanchico.
It's good.
That's good. Yeah.
It has. The Hills of Tanchico has absolutely replaced the penis to
Phalloplasty
vagina
song or whatever.
Phalloplasty, yeah. I think that's what it's called. Vaginoplasty, yes.
Oh. That song.
Phalloplasty,
Yeah.
yes. Man to woman, woman to man, the hills of Tanchico.
Yeah. So I watched your stream with the White Cloaks who were doing your little bingo thing, and did you get a bingo? I didn't keep track, but there's a lot of your predictions.
But I'm guessing we got some bingos.
We might have gotten 2 or 3 bingos.
I'll have to pull it back up. They didn't like send me the file or anything, so I know that that Steve used it while watching the episode with Pips, so it might be on his channel.
Gotcha.
I'll pull it up and see. I'm curious. It would be his immediate reaction. Let's pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. That's basically it for this week.
Yeah. One more episode of this garbage.
Dude, I'm excited. Like, if this was the episode they put money into, I'm so excited to see just how bad the next episode is.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna have to cover Rand, confronting Couladin, and the Shido Aiel stuff. We're gonna get Moraine and Lanfear fighting, girl boss fight, and we're gonna get all of the Tanjiko stuff, Mogideon, and not Lanfear, Leandrin, and the Caller stuff. Are there any other plot lines?
That's
And and White Tower, probably deposition.
You think we'll get that this episode?
Yeah.
That's a lot to cram into a finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be
I
an
can't
absolute
wait.
mess. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it either way.
I tried to pull up Steve's videos, and he has 3 live streams on episode 7. I don't know. And they're all 3 hours long.
Holy crap.
Jeez. I think it's going to be the spoiler recap because that's the one with Pips. That's the one with Pips.
Worth of streaming.
Please tell me he did the bingo. Yeah, so next week is the finale of Wheel of Time. I'm going to try and get some people to join to clown on that one. Monday, tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming with the Sword and the Pen and the White Cloaks on her channel. I believe that link should be live right now. She was streaming today too, and she was going to announce that stream. That's going to be at noon Mountain Standard Time, I think. So that's going to be the next bingo. We're doing bingo on her channel.
For the finale.
Yes. And man, I don't know if Steve used the bingo chart. I want to see.
Well, we'll have to follow up with that. But then next week our show falls on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday.
So-
we won't be streaming on Sunday. I have family in town and it's Easter Sunday, so I'm gonna celebrate Jesus instead of complaining about the Wheel of Time. But we can't not talk about the finale of the Wheel of Time. So I wanted to stream on Saturday instead, if people could do it. Can you guys do Saturday night?
Probably.
I have that Saturday. Yeah, that Saturday's off for me. I don't think I'm going to be doing.
Probably. Family's still in town, so probably not Conan this Saturday. But we would stream. We would do Best Gen on Saturday because I can't not talk about the fiasco. Yeah. She just finished her stream, so she announced tomorrow. Yeah. And also, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm gonna do a follow up to the Are You Smarter Than Rafe Judkins? Al Down wanted in on the action, and hopefully I can get Steve and Amanda Manethrin in on that one as well.
Nice.
Probably sometime next week when my parents are in Salt Lake instead of here. That might be next week. Might not be this week. So there's going to be stuff, just no stream next Sunday. Which means, oh no, if we stream on Saturday, we won't be able to talk about the next episode of Doctor Who.
Oh, bummer.
Oh well, sorry, Charlie. But we will be able
What-
to talk about The Last of Us. Because that's
Okay,
airing- that
I'll watch
dropped
The Last of Us
right
then.
now.
I didn't watch the first season. Do we need? I know the game.
It's really bad. I hated it.
Yeah.
So
Go
I've
watch
heard
the first-
conflicting things. I know some people who have liked it.
There's parts of it that are okay, but there's some characters
I don't like
that
the
are terribly
actress
miscast.
for the girl.
Yeah, the
I don't like either
actress
of them.
isn't great.
I don't like either of them. I think they're
I-
both of
I
them
think-
are horribly miscast.
I think he looks the part for Joel.
Charles,
I don't know how
Um,
he's acting.
just watch. Was it episode 3, David?
I don't even remember.
Just watch. I'll look it up. You only need to watch one episode of season 1.
Is that the one where the mob boss?
No, it's
I've heard some things.
it's
I
the
probably
one
know it
it's the
already.
one episode
Episode 3.
that
Okay.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it's episode
Gotcha.
3.
Yeah.
That's the only one you need to watch.
Backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's episode 3. Yeah.
Well, I'll watch episode 3.
It's
and then I'll
episode
watch
3, right, Articus?
Season 2.
the
Oh dear.
the
scared.
backstory, baby.
Mhm.
I'll let you know which episode it is. Pretty sure it's episode 3. But
Yeah,
if you know the game, the only thing that changed is that the characters aren't likable and they skipped a few things. And episode 3, so you need to watch episode 3 because that's what they changed or added.
Yeah.
And the other problem is, like, the ending of the show is supposed to be impactful because, oh no, they're gonna kill the girl, and so but it'll save the world. And Joel realizes he loves her so much that he saves her
He's
life.
not willing to risk her to
Right,
save
that's
the
the
world.
point of the game. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's a great story.
I love it.
But in the
That's why
TV
the first
show,
game is so loved.
in the TV show, you just want her to die. So Joel making
Oh,
that
because you
decision.
don't like the character.
She's awful.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just she's miscast. She's insufferable the entire time.
Yeah.
She is unlikable. And so it gets to that moment, and she treats Joel like crap.
Yeah.
So it gets to that moment, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to
There-
save her life," and you're like, "Why?"
I remember there being
Let her
one
die.
heart-to-heart conversation between the two of them as they're walking down the road, and like that is how it should have been the whole entire time.
He's
And
already
it
played
comes out
the
of
game,
nowhere
Mark.
because it doesn't.
He's
Yeah.
already played the game.
Yeah.
I remember the
I know
first
the game,
2
so-
episodes being decent, and then it just I hated it from then on out. And it's not like I don't know. There's one character in particular. She's like a supposed to be an intimidating mob boss, and I think the actress is a good actress, but she is terribly miscast for the role. She's supposed to be this intimidating
She's the
warlord.
when they get to that town, that city,
Yeah,
it's the lead from Yellow Jackets.
yeah.
It's the old mom from Yellow Jackets. And
And
she's
it's-
awful. She's
Yeah.
the leader of the whole town, and she has zero presence. And you're like, this is definitely a fantasy because no one would follow this person in real life.
Yeah.
And that's, again, I think she's really good as an actress, not in that role.
Yeah. Just before that show aired, my wife and I watched another show. I think it was called Candy or something. And she was in a really good role in that. She did a really good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was terribly miscast for that. The Last of Us.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad show.
But-
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I would put money on Joel doesn't die. And you
I think so.
You think they kill him off in the finale? They can't do that because then no one
I
would
think
watch.
if-
I think they'll lead right up to the Joel in 1, and then stop before it happens, just like they did with The Walking Dead and Negan,
Okay, that's
and
a
then
good call.
kill him off in the first episode of season 3
Okay.
because no
As
one's
long
gonna,
as-
no
yeah.
one's gonna watch after that.
I
Maybe.
could see them. I could see them doing that if they lead up to the moment.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't see them because the problem with one of the problems with the second game is that it came out of nowhere, right? The
Mhm.
marketing was absolutely lied to you, thinking that you're going to play as Joel again, and then they killed him off right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine that they start a season killing off Joel right away, whether it's the beginning of episode 2 or the beginning of episode 3. But I could see if they lead up to it and end on a cliffhanger like The Walking Dead with Negan, I could see them maybe trying to swing that. But either way, it just pisses me off because everybody hated the second game and now all of a sudden they love it.
Trying to, yeah.
And trying to brainwash everybody, gaslight them into thinking that everybody else liked the second game too. But,
Sorry. Someone just responded to a comment on one of my videos trying to say that Perrin was also a murderer in the books. No. Self-defense.
I mean,
is not
as
murder.
far as I've read so far.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, no stream on Sunday.
Stream on Saturday, same time.
Oh.
When does the Doctor Who episode come out? It's Saturday night.
No,
or
Saturday.
something?
Yeah, Saturday. It's Saturday night.
Got it. Yeah. So we're gonna miss that, but we'll watch The Last of Us, and you guys will watch Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just responding to this comment, so we can just end the stream. This could not piss me off.
Responding on X or on
No, on YouTube. It's my YouTube video about good and evil.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that was a good, well put together video, bro.
Yep. It's
A recent video?
demonetized, baby. Hello, demoted. I said it right this time. I didn't call you Demondred. He didn't kill anyone other than Trollocs and Dark Friends in the book. He killed, well, if you count the White Cloaks as Dark Friends in book 1, he killed White Cloaks in self-defense because they were killing him. He was protecting himself and Egwene. That's not murder. Did he kill the Shadow who was watching Fail when she was a prisoner? No, I don't think so. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They're fighting amongst themselves. It's beautiful. They can hear the winds. They know what's coming. They're rats fleeing a sinking ship. It's gross. True.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yes. So I guess Until Dawn drops this week too, and I don't really care about that. So, yeah.
I'll check that one out because I thought the game was
no,
good.
that's next week. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, this
it was
week
April 25th.
we'll talk The Last of Us in the season finale Saturday, right? Same time, same place, 7:00. Works for everybody.
Yeah.
We can do it later.
Sure.
Will you be home from work, Charles? Or
Saturday.
you'll still be driving? You're always driving.
No, I won't be driving this time. It's because I come back from a ward dinner.
You can make a good Last of Us 2 game where Joel dies, but you can't make him a willing participant in his own death by having him be completely retarded for no reason other than to push through it. Yeah.
And you have to have setup. It has to foreshadow it. It can't come out of the blue, and you can't.
And you can't lie to your fans.
Saying that you're gonna play
That's the
as
problem.
Joel, and then
That's the
not.
problem with this entire episode of the Wheel of Time. It's trying to have payoff without having done any of the setup. It's trying to have these heroic moments of sacrifice. Oh, yeah, people are going to love this, but there's no emotion to it. It's emotional manipulation, right? To say like, oh, you should feel bad in this scene, except that you don't care about the characters because there is no emotion in it. You don't care about Perrin because he's a murderer.
Yeah.
You got Wad up crying and telling people to create multiple accounts. You know it's over. Yeah, apparently Nablus hated this episode, which is crazy. He tore this episode apart.
Wow.
Nableist?
He's another Watt
And
simp.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nablus is
fanboy.
a term from the books. The Forsaken are all competing to become Nablus, which is like the right-hand man for Balsamon.
Got it.
Neil only killed him because people loved him so much. Yeah. He killed him out of spite. You liked it for the wrong reasons. He even said afterwards, like, oh, you were supposed, like, him deciding to save the girl was supposed to be the wrong choice. He's making a bad choice, and you're supposed to feel bad for it.
Oh, are you talking about The Last of Us?
Yeah, it was the wrong choice in the TV show, but it was the right choice in the books, in the game. Sorry, not the books.
Yeah.
You only want to suffer. Yeah, they made it. In the show, cannot that Perrin is worthless, and no one in the Two Rivers will stand up for him. I loved it. Yep. Daniel Green loved this episode. I'm sure he did. So he didn't learn anything from his cancellation?
Apparently not.
How? Like, you have to literally turn your brain off. I saw someone on Twitter saying that, a show fan saying, like, I kind of hate that you literally have to turn your brain off to enjoy the show. Their ranks are breaking. He said in the non-spoiler review that there was one episode that was extremely disappointing and was a bad episode. Oh, you're right. He did foreshadow that. So I'm guessing that this was the episode he hated. But he also said he liked the season overall. And we know from everyone and the critics that the next episode is going to be very divisive. I would think that killing Loyal would be divisive.
Yeah.
But apparently something happens in the finale that's even worse. So either they actually go through with killing a certain character, which would be crazy.
I bet Alana teleports herself back to the other fights
she
and
gets
she gets shot
with
by arrows
another
again.
arrow again. Like, I can't imagine what would divide the rest of the fan. You know, the only fans that are left. It's not something that's going to be divisive against us because we already hate the show.
Yeah.
It's divisive amongst the survivors.
Yeah. We know that there is going to be one death, but it's going to be book accurate if it's that character that they've been. I mean, she's already seen that she has to do it, right?
Should be 2 deaths.
Yeah. Well, right.
Well, it shouldn't be in this book. It should be in the next one.
I mean, I'm assuming they're going to put that in the finale because that's what they've been.
I think they kill
hinting
Matt.
at.
I don't know. He fell asleep. Yeah.
Maybe.
You're gonna kill
Oh.
Rand.
Yeah, he upped in the mocking memes. The entire time he was... this is Daniel Green. Yeah, this is because Fades are controlling them. They can't be setting up to kill Loyal. And then he reasoned his way out of it. Yeah. Luke having no purpose in the episode. No wolves, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you'd even put Luke in the episode if you're not going to use him.
Maybe they're planning to.
And the fact that Tam Thor isn't in it. They gave everything to Maxim, who's dumb.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what it is.
Probably because the actor didn't want anything to do with it.
So if you want to know our guesses, you got to tune in tomorrow with Sword in the Pen. Please give her tons of views. I think Pips has been bragging for a while. He's got a prediction. He thinks he knows what it is they did that divided the rest of the fans, and he's going to announce his prediction tomorrow. So gird your loins, wrap them up real tight. Okay? What is more yeah, exactly. What could possibly? It has to be something with. Look,
They
It's
have
gotta be
to
Elaine.
they-
Like Elaine's got to die or something.
okay.
what they
Like,
destroyed the
who
Lord
else?
for. Like they
Here's the thing. I don't know what it is because it was Nablus that said it. If it was the Dusty Wheel, we would automatically know that they kill Lanfear
But she's
because
supposed to die
she's
anyway.
his favorite character,
Yeah.
right? I don't know what Nablus cares about. I don't know where where he starts caring about his principles,
Yeah.
I don't know him well enough. Rand will be stop. It is Moraine dying, maybe. Man,
again,
I'm
that's
trying to
book
end.
accurate.
I'm
It's
trying
gotta
to
be-
end the stream, and you guys won't shut up.
How is that going to be divisive though? If it's Moraine and Lanfear?
I don't
Sure
know.
you do.
That's
That's supposed to
that's not
happen.
what it's going to be. I mean, maybe that
Yeah.
happens, but that's not what's going to divide the fandom.
Right.
Well, maybe that is. Maybe them finally correctly adapting the books is what's divisive, man.
Yeah.
See, that's what I would assume because the only people that they have to offend are the people who would want.
They
don't care about the
finally
lore,
did it
so they only
correctly.
can- I don't know.
Okay, she and Egwene and Avi to summon Lanfear. Wait, she has Rand, Egwene, and Avienda to summon Lanfear for her. I don't know. They don't want to use that Luke tonight. They don't want to have any wolves tonight.
I don't know.
I get that.
Maybe Loyal comes out of the wig. And then they kill him again.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh boy,
my
that's a good
goodness.
one.
Yep.
It has
Loyal
to-
and Alana just teleport there. They're alive still, and they both die again.
It has
Yeah,
to
they
destroy.
have to destroy
It has
book-
to destroy show lore, because show watchers don't care about the book lore. Here's the thing: they're constantly destroying their own lore. They contradict themselves all the time, and it's not even
Or
this.
just
It's
figure.
they'll establish something in the show, and then they'll take it back, and you're like, I don't know. Oh, that was a song.
Yeah.
Is it tonight, no wolves tonight? I don't know which. There's a lot of songs that say tonight in them. So
Yeah, I got that it was singing. it. I
Alana's
just
the
didn't
Kenny of
understand what
all the time.
song you were referring
Or is it
to.
tonight? They don't have wolves tonight. Did I get the right one? Loyal walks out of the way gate into the Shatter Logan Dagger. Yeah,
Where is that? Matt's supposed to still have that on him, right?
it's just gone,
Maybe
It's supposed to
dude.
be his
The Loyal
option
comes
diary.
back
and-
again, and it's revealed that he works for the Dark One, and he's been resurrected multiple times. But this time he comes back as a female.
Loyal can feel it coming in the air tonight. Shatter Logan Dagger. He's been waiting
that
for
song
this
reference.
dagger for all his life. Hold on. Oh, I don't want to lose your love tonight. Okay, so I had two guesses. I had
there
two
you
guesses,
go.
and they were both wrong. I don't. Okay, now I gotta go back. Hold on. They don't want to use that, Luke. Tonight. They don't want to have any wolves tonight. You need to work on the cadence a little bit there, Martina. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Not on Sunday, but on Saturday night. We'll get this stream done. Okay. Matt
Yeah.
makes his
Alrighty.
magic amulet out of a shoestring and a coaster. No.
Oh boy.
He uses. You know what he uses? He uses his prostitute beads. Boom. Thanks for trying. All right. Good night. We'll see you guys. See you guys tomorrow. See you guys next week, and maybe see you at some point during the week if I can get another "Are You Smarter Than a Rafe Judkins" stream queued up. It has been a blast, and what a horrible week of television. I can't wait for Andor, and I'm not that excited for Andor. I just need something good again.
Yeah, Andor looks like it might be decent, but we'll see.
I'm really excited for Murderbot. The trailer looked
Yes.
great. And people are dragging on the trailer. Oh man, I was really excited for this until he showed his face. Why do they always have to show his face? I'm like, it's book accurate. Okay? You're getting upset for it because it's being faithful to the books. Screw you.
Yeah.
Watch Alone instead. Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. It was Angry Mexa who was talking about a movie. He was saying he was watching Afraid, but it's AI, Afraid.
Oh yeah.
It's a rogue AI. He's like, this is the worst. This is horrible.
Alone is a new survival show that our friends recommended to us.
Okay, that's not Naked and
It's
Afraid.
pretty good.
That's a different thing.
No. They have 10 contestants just go out in the wilderness, and they can take 10 items with them. And whoever lasts the longest wins a bunch of money or something.
Oh, have you seen? There's another survival show where the twist is their family members are inside the studio, and they have like a push. They have a button that they can push to pull the person out.
Huh.
But they'll lose if they push the button.
Yeah.
So it's like a survival show mixed with like a betrayal. Like, how much am I willing to let my husband suffer? Like that.
Yeah, that's weird.
That looks kind of fun.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I'd watch that.
Premise.
Can't remember what it's called, but it looked kind of. I think it's on Peacock. I think that's where I was seeing those ads.
Yeah.
But loads better. Shows it's probably horribly staged.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about Alone, they're probably both pretty staged.
Alone is pretty good so far.
So, yeah. See you guys next week.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun. Bye.
All right. See you.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's true, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining. So please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.